Hey, everybody. Welcome to Core. This is Core, talking about video games on a regular basis. We do it on Thursdays. My name is Scott Johnson, and that is Beau Schwartz. That is John Jagger. Hello, everybody.
Hello, John. Hello, Scott.
Hello, Beau.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
This was kind of a sudden transition. I'm still in pre-show brain. Right
I know, right?
I'm like having to accept
Look,
that I'm not in pre-show anymore.
pre-show was
This is a live
special
show.
today. It was a special pre-show. We went places we've never gone before.
Yeah. I'm like on silent. I'm watching a cosplay festival for some reason.
Wait, is it part? It's not the Tamagotchi stuff. It's
No,
something
it
else.
sounds like
but-
you went down a completely different rabbit hole.
Yeah, you just like while we talk, I just like there's like YouTube suggests things. I'm just like my headspace is so I got to get in the game, guys.
Yeah. Look, Mark, just go ahead and bookmark that. You return to the
In case you
cosplay.
guys want to watch it while we record the show too, like on mute. There you go.
Well, good news is for those coming to Nerdtacular, we're going to have a cosplay contest of our own. We always do. Not everyone has to participate, but we always have one, and it's fun to see how people decide to represent themselves in such a way. Go check out frogpants.com for more details. Also, I'm happy to report that we shipped out every single 500 episode commemorative mug for Core that there was
Nice.
ordered. They're gone.
Nice.
They're out the door.
Well
Took a little time.
done.
Yeah.
All of
500 new smiles while sipping coffee. That makes my heart warm and glad.
Well, 200, but 500 on the mug. It's 500 episodes, 200 mugs.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. 200.
We only felt confident in making 200. Although I've had a bunch of people since go, I want one. Where are they? I'm like, well, they kind of sold out, but we'll see if
we'll do
enough
another
demand.
series.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
If you didn't get a Core mug, there's a Beau without his pants on mug you can pick
Yeah,
up.
look at this. On the Core side, it's called Core Lake Runners Club mug. This is brand new to the store, and you can get Beau. Look at him jumping in
It's
the
a
lake.
wonderful mug, but then I just think about putting brown liquid in it.
Uh-huh. You're on the path of the righteousness.
That's the point.
Yeah, and right there on the back, the Core Lake Runners Club.
Lake
You'll be an
Runners Club.
exclusive member, and you'll be able to look up this artwork of Beau throwing his underwear off and jumping in the thing. Available now in 11 and 15 ounce variations. Great price. Come right straight to you. There's some other stuff too going on right now. I should mention probably.
God, I should buy this mug and bring it to work and explain. What's with the mug? I'm like, that's
Why?
me. I
Why
have
are
my
you-
pants on.
This is
They're like,
me. They made a mug out of me.
Look at this hoodie though.
Please come into my office. We need to talk about what this is inappropriate.
See, at least you'd look cool in this hoodie though, right? If you felt weird
Oh,
about the
shit,
mug, you
yeah.
wear this cool hoodie.
I wouldn't feel weird about.
Look
the
at
mug.
that Core listener right there.
No,
in
he's
that
into the
hoodie.
show. You can tell. Look at him. He's
Yeah,
like,
look at him.
playing
He's like,
Arc Raiders later.
How did you even find time to take a picture of me? Because I'm busy listening to this 18-hour podcast.
That's right.
Usually.
That's right. Usually. I like that. Yeah, it's there's a few things up, and I want people to enjoy them. Like these hats are cool. They're called dad hats, and they're in multiple colors. You can do the green, you can do the brown, or the what is this one? I forgot. That's some other color. And the blue.
It looks like black.
Oh yeah, black. You're right. Black, green, blue.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Right. That's
also
the color.
it's
I
also
meant
true of
all
this
along.
thing here. You can go black. You can do this forest green, or you can do blue. It's also a T-shirt. Look at that orange one. I kind of want the orange
Nice.
one.
Orange
The
one.
pre-show was very entertaining as Scott got confused by the color black and the object of a hoodie.
Yeah, there's it can be confusing, but there's some nice colors in here, and you can be small all the way up to 4XL. Come on in, big boy. The water's fine. Anyway, that's that, and that's all I had to say there. Also, there's a brand new spoiler-filled bonus host episode for patrons and folks on the Substack. You both got it. It is the Claire Obscure Expedition 33 bonus episode with you two in it, talking for 2 hours and something.
2 hours 40, I think.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
About everybody's favorite
And we could have
JRPG.
gone on longer. It was just dinner time for me. I was fading.
Yeah,
But
well, and then Beau recorded an extra where it sounded like he got done with it and was like, I can't believe this went unsaid. And he recorded additional content at the end.
I had to
So
throw some extra comments in there because I think one of the things that was evident by the conversation with John is John pays attention to a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
So it was, including things like we've memed on the show, like hands and feet, which is surprisingly relevant. It's usually just like those hands are ugly or those hands look weird, but it was actually like, oh, these have narrative implications.
Oh, more than just like Carl Jim's got big fingers.
Yeah, like it actually opened up an avenue for incest. That's all I'm going to say. You should listen to the bonus show. You should subscribe to Patreon right now and find out what that's about.
Yeah, go learn for
and
yourself.
That's not like a joke. That's actually, it actually opened up some very strange avenues that are not easily perfectly valid for conversation in the show.
So per usual, there's context to all of this if you go listen to it. So,
well, that's a testament to the game, which is like the game is very, for someone that was like famously doesn't like art house games, this game is kind of like that. Like I said, you can smoke a joint in your college dorm room and everyone can like talk about it. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about like the Academy Award list, like the Oscars, people are going to win Best Picture. And I'm just like, this game's these movies have nothing on the story that Expedition told this year. Like,
wow.
If it were a movie, Expedition should probably win that award too. It's quite good. It's
just
quite
crazy.
Good. And the conversation was a testament, just given how much, like, upon reflection, John gave me to think about. I hope I gave him some stuff to think about it, but it was probably just gross stuff. But,
no, it was good. I mean, the end thought was definitely well, that's not how I interpret it, but that's a fantastic avenue with which to travel.
I think we both had two perfectly valid reads on things that didn't feel like I have to fight you now because you think different. It was like, oh, okay, I can see how you could think that. And that made, like, it was very like, I don't know. It was good. It's like we're going to talk about the other games. I'm sure we can fill 3 hours. Like we want to talk Dispatch and some Final Fantasy and some future episodes. But this one like definitely merits it. And on that subject, Scott, I have something to tell you. Don't worry about Tsushima burning. Like, who gives a shit? I think I'm with John in that you probably need to play Expedition 33.
Oh, I want to play Expedition 33. I do.
I think it's like an important enough game at this point, having had the conversation with John, especially, is sort of what pushed me over the line on this. But I think it'll be worth your while to just like have that experience. Like, put it on easy, get through the narrative. I think you do.
Put it on easy.
You should, and I think like the big stuff doesn't really happen till late in the game. So it's like, I think you need to push on through.
It's not that the game's hard. It's this, that, you know what it is? All this talk of parries sounds grindy, and it makes me not want to go down that pipe. And I realize that's not reasonable. There's a lot more to it than that. But every time anyone talks about this game, it's like, oh, get ready to parry till your hands fall off. And I'm like,
yeah, okay. I agree with that. But I mean, I found it fun. It didn't put me off the game in the long run. So we just like to make jokes, and I think it's fun. It's fun a little bit to be, because everyone loves Expedition 33. Maybe I'm being a little masochistic when I'm making my jokes because it gets a reaction.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I say put it on easy, and there are builds that can circumvent it. And,
you also don't even need to parry. You can dodge. Dodging is easier.
Yeah, dodging is also easier. But parrying's not required. It just
don't parries add up to be, you can get pretty OP with a good parry.
You can get more through a parry but you can also learn to parry through a dodge. So like when you hit dodge, sometimes it'll say dodge, sometimes it'll say perfect. If it says perfect, you're hitting the parry window.
Oh.
So if you're seeing perfect every time you dodge, then you can go ahead and parry because you're doing it perfect.
But if you become a dodge master, you can still do plenty of damage on your turn eventually. I think early on, I think the game's kind of like steep hard early, but like you get plenty of tools to blow the enemies to smithereens with your characters. So
maybe it's time. The hype window is closed, sort of.
Yeah. And it's mainly for the story. It's not like, man, you're going to like, I think the boss fights are pretty cool. I think you're going to like them too.
Yeah.
They're very impressive, but like the main reason is I just think narratively it's very strong. It seems very well thought out. There's a lot of connection. Apparently, someone was mentioning the core Discord that like a character shows up in early cutscenes that you don't notice if you're looking in the background. It's my G-Man. I was like, we're going to see G-Man.
Yeah.
Apparently, that type of shit happens in the game.
Yeah,
and that's interesting.
Yeah, it totally does.
It's like very well like just thought out from a lore perspective and stuff. I think I think it's an important enough game to be one of those I should play it kind of games.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said that in such
based on my
hallowed-
conversation with John too. Like I was just, it was just he's more observant. I'm a little more attention deficit, so I don't necessarily pay attention to stuff. So the conversation was good. I think it was
a great show.
I think it's probably the best bonus show that like we've had. Probably, I think our bonus shows are like our thoughts and stuff like that. But this one, if you've played Expedition 33, you'll probably hear something you didn't think about before too on the show, and that's fun. It's rewarding.
Damn it, Cruddlefish in the chat just reminded me. He says, "Don't forget that one of your New Year's resolutions is not to let game hype affect your choices. Let recommendations count."
That is true.
He's right. I did say that. So what? Is it retroactive?
So this is my recommendation. I'm not hyping. I'm just saying, like,
I know.
I think you're going to hear about this game for like years to come. It's sort of I think it's a milestone. I'm even doubtful the company might even make something as good as it's like I said, it's on the level of The Matrix or a movie like that. There's plenty of sequels.
The first one, not those others.
Yeah, just the first movie. Like the first movie is crossed boundaries in terms of everyone unanimously agrees like it kind of blew their mind. And you hate or love the other Matrix movies. Clearly the feeling's not unanimous, but like Expedition 33 has a fairly unanimous. For those who've played it, like all agree, like, wow, this is like made me think about things. It's very interesting, and the fact that it's also like very artistic as well. Like it's just very overall very interesting.
All
I don't think it'll change your life.
No, no,
but it's a very good story.
All right.
Like I said, if this was a movie, this would probably shit on all the movies that are nominated for Best Picture this year too.
Oh my gosh, that's a high.
Because it's like a strong narrative game, has a full ass story. You could probably just even watch it, no commentary. But I think it's important to play it. I think it's important to be in the driver's seat based on how things go. I don't think you should watch it. I think you should play it.
Is there anything in this game that reaches the heights of this moment in last year?
Yeah, what is that? I've been seeing that picture going around.
You need to see one battle after another, and I don't want to spoil it. But that's Sean Penn, and it is amazing. I've never seen anyone.
That's Sean Penn?
Yes.
Would never have guessed it until you said it, and then I could see it. But like, that's
I thought it was a different actor who plays an old guy in some stuff.
No,
that really narrowed
Sean
it down.
Penn is one thing. Sean Penn is looking real crusty these days. But number two, he really leans into the crust in this. It is an unbelievable role. I still can't. I think about his character all the time since I saw that movie. You got to see that movie. You just have to see it. I can't say anything more.
So you know who I thought it was? This will make sense. I thought it was Stephen Calhoun.
Help me, Stephen Calhoun.
I will give you a search link. You will recognize him. I think he's a character actor in a bunch of shit.
Oh, I know who this is.
Yeah, he's like in The Boys. He plays politicians most of the time and stuff like that. But
all right. Wait, is this
when I
it?
saw those
there it is.
pictures, I was like, "Oh, it's this actor." I didn't know who it was, but it's like, "Oh, I've seen him as a character actor." I guess
You thought it was this guy.
Yeah, that guy. I
Yeah.
guess it was like I guess there's a meme with that guy. They're pretty close, right?
Yeah, it's not that far off. It's not that far off. I mean, if you haven't seen, like, I hadn't seen Penn do anything for a long time. So when I saw him in here, I just went, "Oh my gosh, what is he doing?" And then
Remember, I haven't seen the movie. I just saw the picture you posted, so I had no idea. Like, I had no idea what I was looking at.
it's an unbelievably weird movie, but I loved his role in it. It was wild. Also, he's up against Benicio del Toro for the same award from the same movie in the same category. Both got supporting actor nominations. And I don't know who I want to win because his role was also amazing. Gosh dang it, they're good. Oh, you guys got to see that movie. It's on something.
And what was the movie again, Scott? Just
One
throw Chad a
battle
bone.
One battle after another, chat.
Even though it's been typed.
Yeah. One battle after another.
Well, someone
There you
listening
go.
might also be like, "What is
That's
it?"
true. That's true.
It's your director that made you drink your milkshake, there will be blood and all that. That's that guy.
I
Yeah,
love
Boogie
There Will Be
Nights.
Blood.
Yeah,
Love
Boogie
it so
Nights.
much.
What's his name? Paul Thomas Anderson, not the other one that does the Mortal Kombat sequel, not that one. All that shit that he made. Although I'll give him some credit for what's the space horror one? With Sam Neill and Morpheus in it. Shit. Anyway, Dark Space. It's basically the Dead Space guys even said that we were inspired. Event Horizon, he made that, and that movie's great.
Oh, yeah. He made Event Horizon?
Not the guy, not One Battle After Another, Paul Thomas Anderson, but the other Paul Anderson guy that also makes movies.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah, he makes shitty movies. From
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah.
There's a director's cut that is lost to time for that movie, apparently.
Oh, right. He's the Resident Evil guy.
Yeah. It's pretty hit and miss, mostly miss. AVP, Beast Hunter thing or whatever it's called, the stupid Capcom game series. I can't think of it. Wilds, but Monster Hunter movie.
Oh, it's on Crave, so I probably could watch it. My mom subbed to Crave, so I think we can actually.
Yeah, get on that. Your mom would probably hate it, if I had to guess. It's very, very auteur. There's a lot of weird shit happening.
Oh, and it's Paul Thomas Anderson. Yeah.
You know what you're getting
Although I like that Mortal Kombat movie. I do like that.
Well, the first one was good. The second one is one of the worst. Yeah, that's the one
I'm talking about. He directed the first one.
Yeah, the second one is one of the worst things ever put to film. Ever.
Did he do the second one?
I thought he did. What is it called? Mortal Kombat Reclamation.
Remix.
We're talking about original MKs, right?
Yeah, the 1995 stuff.
Mortal Kombat. It's Annihilation, right?
Annihilation, that's it.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation was directed by John Leonetti.
Oh, well, then he is to blame because it's shit. That movie is shit. It's my animality.
My animality.
It's so bad. God,
it's such a bummer too because I love James Remar, but what a weird we put him in the role of Raiden now.
That's so dumb.
Why? Why did we do that?
I don't know. Everything about that thing is broken. It's not good.
I'm going to just say I thought his Mortal Kombat, Paul Anderson's Mortal Kombat was good.
It was all right for what it was at the time. And that song still lives in my head, so it's fine. He wins.
That's good. Shang Tsung, the guy who played him, who just passed away not too long ago, who I love. He was fantastic in that.
Carrie something Takawa, whatever his name was. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Loved him.
Christopher Lambert as Raiden was a choice.
Yeah, it was. You had Kano by some guy we never saw again. You had the whole crowd, the whole group was there.
Some guy we never saw again. Yeah. Hold on, what else? What else did Kano do?
I don't know what Kano got.
He was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh well, then
did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He was also in Deep Rising.
Oh my gosh.
It's a guy named Trevor Goddard who played.
Yeah.
British guy, British actor.
You know what? Those are two movies I immediately named that I love.
He was in Jag, Lieutenant Commander Mick Brumby, 42 episodes.
In Jag?
Jag, the lawyer.
Military lawyer. The military lawyer show. Yeah.
He was also in a movie called Men of War where he played someone named Kiefer.
Dude, he was in an episode of Baywatch.
Yeah, I mean,
Murphy Brown.
Yeah, he got around. What's he up to now? Anything recent?
He might be dead.
Oh yeah, he is dead.
Is he?
Died June 7th, 2003.
At 40.
Whoa, that's young.
That is young.
Found dead in his home, 40 years old. Next reports indicate process of getting divorced and suicide.
Oh man,
that's sad.
He died from an accidental drug dose of heroin, cocaine, Tempazam, and Vicodin.
Accidental. Jeez.
Accidental.
That's like Brian K. Williams. That's how he died. Screwed up and just took too much. Anyway, that's all very exciting and fun. Let's move on now to video games.
That was great. Sorry, I ruined
that all went real
Remember
good.
when Beau said he wasn't done with the pre-show?
Yeah, I do.
He wasn't done with the pre-show, Scott.
No, he wasn't. But we are now. All right, we're going to talk about the games of February. We look forward to doing this every month where we talk about what's coming up. Because why not? We got January's. We're looking down the barrel of it, but there's not a ton of stuff this month. We learned that last month when we tried to cover this. But there are a few things of note. In particular, I guess we'll start with the obvious one and the one John's the most excited about. Resident Evil Requiem comes out on what's the date?
20-something.
20 later in the month. You're right. 27th.
20-something.
27th comes out same day as Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil Village on the Switch 2 for those who have been waiting for those two older RE games, but big day that day for all those.
I know that I gave this my most anticipated game of 2026 for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So it's probably not a surprise to say I'm so excited for this video game. But guys, I'm so excited for this video game. There have been some previews now. I guess they showed off Leon gameplay to a bunch of people.
Leon.
And there's been a new essentially chunk of the game that has been played, and it sounds awesome. I will say that I have kind of had in the back of my mind a little bit of a concern, and I've seen it in our Discord, and I've kind of defended it optimistically, which is the idea of, okay, but it's two different protagonists, two different play styles. What if I only like one of the play styles? Am I going to hate 50% of this game?
Yeah.
And
fair question.
I think it's a fair question. That was my fair concern. My stance has always been, like, when you look at the mainline Resident Evil titles, there's only one I don't like, which is 6. And then there's a few that are like, okay, that one was better than this one or whatever. You know, like Resident Evil 3 Remake. I don't love, but I don't love it because I wish there was more of it. And I just don't think there's enough there. So I kind of am inclined to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, they probably got this figured out to a degree. I'm hearing people who had that same concern play the game and say, nope, the way the campaign switches between the two, they complement each other, they enhance each other, they make the other sections better for it. The game's doing things you wouldn't expect it to do. The way they're handling the zombies in this, like, it's not just a talking point, because we kind of talked about it. These are people who recently turned, so they're going through kind of their living routine, but that's like actually a personality on the characters and imprints what they do in the game, and their behaviors and how to interact around them. It sounds awesome. And the more I hear about this game, the more I think it's going to be so good, both from the action side as Leon and even from the, more survival horror side as Grace. It sounds like they're just doing really cool things with both, and it shouldn't be one of those cases where it's like, I only like one of the gameplay styles. It sounds like it's more of trying to find that balance between Resident Evil is sometimes an action game and sometimes it's a survival horror, and this is going to find a way to give you both.
Remind me, is this the first time you can see us in this gameplay that they're showing? Down here in the right corner, we have a little reticule-looking life bar unit. Oh, now there's What's-Her-Beak is running. So, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to play this game. Look at that shit.
Scott, I think you're going to have to play this game.
I might have to. But you see this right here with the gun and everything? They don't. It's the first time they've really had a front-facing UI element like that, right? You don't have to check your watch or whatever? Or am I thinking it?
No, I think in the more modern ones, they're probably there. Let me see. Resident Evil
I just can't remember.
Remake.
Felt like I had to pause a lot, but I might be thinking of the old stuff where I would have to pause to look at my health. And
no, I think they tried to give you... I mean, I know Resident Evil's famous for doing the, you're hurt, so you kind of hobble a little bit. Mm-hmm. Maybe that is the way... Oh, no, I'm seeing screenshots of Resident Evil 4, and I can see Leon with a little health reticle down in the corner. Okay. So, yeah, it's been there.
I just forget it's there, I guess. I mean, everything I've seen looks impressive. And oppressive as well. So,
and you're going to get to experience all of this, Scott.
Yep. And as Leon S. Kennedy and New Girl.
I mean, you've played so many of these. Like,
I kind of have
really
to,
is,
right?
It really you've played Village, you beat that. You played through 7 and you beat that. You played through 3 remake and you beat that. You 50%ed Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Like you've got good credits in here. Yeah. So yeah. I think you should. I
think it's going to happen. But yeah, so that's a big release. That's coming, of course. We'll see when it gets out how things held up. Also, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is interesting. I think we've all talked about this a little bit before when they announced it. I like Dragon Quest as a series. I always like when they try to do stuff, and it seems like this looked neat. So I'm excited about that one. For all you people that hate yourselves, Neo 3 is coming out. Just kidding. I know it has its fans. It's fine. It's just
but it's you have planted your flag on the Dark Souls-esque side of video games.
Yeah, for now. I mean, I could be surprised by something, but that one I tried to play 2 because someone gave me a code and it was, I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. Mario people get excited because you got a new tennis game, Mario Tennis Fever, coming to your Switch 2 this month. A Switch 2 exclusive. I don't think the Switch 1 will play this game, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're starting up with that, eh?
Well, they did. I mean, Donkey Kong was that way, so was...
oh, okay. I didn't realize. I thought maybe they were playable on both.
No, Donkey Kong had too much cool shit going on. There's Switch 1.
Too many polygons.
All that deformation stuff and everything. And then the one I'm maybe most excited about is because I just want to see it. I don't know if maybe it'll suck and the reviews will be bad, but Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown still looks really cool to me. And I want to play it.
Yeah. I mean, they had a feedback phase that because it was in the demo and they went to their Discord to like tell them what's up, and a lot of people did. So hopefully they've, tweaked it.
What were some of the issues people were unhappy with? Do you remember?
I mean, I just think there was 0 voice acting, and it was like, we don't need it all voice acted, but this could use some for sure.
Yeah.
Some of the animations were stiff. Some of the sound effects that are iconic to the series, like for phasers and stuff, are missing. It's a smaller team making it. So they're I think everyone's going to be kind of reasonable with the expectations about production level in terms of graphics and stuff. But, just there's lots of stuff like that. Like, it would be better if I think the tech tree maybe just had too many spoilers in it. Also, some of the logic about, you don't get Neelix right away, right? He appears later in episode 1 or episode 2 or during that initial episode. Oh. But there was a warning screen where Neelix comes on and tells you some stuff. And it's like, wait, is Neelix part of my crew or not? Why is Neelix telling me shit?
Is it because he's
enjoying? And a lot of people had that one, where it's like stuff like that, They want, I understand. I get why they want that stuff to be. If you're going to portray basically the story of that show, you can't dick around with it. So the way they've said is because there's some choice, they want to put some choices matter in here. Things will loosely follow the show, but you could maybe choose things that vary from the show. So we only got the demo was only the first few star systems. So maybe episodes 1, 2, 3. So there might the game could potentially just verge very differently and just keep key components. You could kind of see that, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's sort of it's going to be more of a cozy Star Trek game than a big time narrative game. You know what I mean? But I'm in. I love the Elcar's view. They've got the XCOM side ship, with the view of the ship, and one of the main things you do is upgrade and repair the ship after it fell into the Delta Quadrant. And I just love the Elcar's aesthetic of all of it. It's just fun. I just like it, but it might not be that good of a game. I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful.
We got a F Neelix in the chat from Dr. Calhoun.
F Neelix,
must not like him.
Oh, full F, F-U-C-K.
Oh, yeah.
It's not finally we get to...
Yeah, well, finally Neelix. Yeah.
Usually it's to pay respects, right? In the gamer lingo. That's why I'm wait, did Neelix die? Are we effing Neelix?
Oh, I see what you mean. No, in this case, I think
to pay respects, right? Yeah.
He's not a fan.
Is Neelix that bad? I thought it was Kest that was kind of annoying, but maybe I'm
I liked Kest.
I think the worst things about Voyager are the Chakotay.
Oh, the worst. His spirit vision things.
Chakotay side missions are the absolute.
He's I was in the Voyager bathroom and a great ghost of the great eagle of my people appeared.
Because it's Star Trek, so it's it's multicultural and all that kind of stuff, right? But because he's Native American, essentially, they it feels like they heavy-handed
very heavy-handed
their religion, right? But it's a future without religion, so we're what?
Yeah. what? It was too much.
I don't remember the details. I just remember groaning every time we were dealing with his spirit ancestors, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
The one that broke me was the episode that seemed like it was gonna, because a lot of sci-fi is an allegory for something, and it seemed like an allegory of like sexual assault, right? The idea was that 7 of 9 wanted to be like examined by this guy. He shut her down briefly, and then she woke up and was confused and thought he had taken advantage of her in some way while she was offline.
Right.
And she accused him, and then people were like, okay, well, we're going to believe you. We're going to believe you. And then the message of the episode at the end, when it's all said and done, is that he didn't do anything. She imagined it all, and he died trying to prove his innocence while they all thought he was guilty. And they all stand on the bridge and go, man, we got to be careful what we accuse people of, because look at the consequences it can have. And it's like the most modern day tone deaf episode you can possibly imagine. And you're like, wow.
Yeah. The Tuvix stuff was like that too, right? It was like morally deaf.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole series is a little bit weird, but you know, it has its moments.
The good outweighs the bad. I mean, that's when they were making 24 episodes, so it's like normal to be like, some of these are shit.
There are so many TNG episodes that are such garbage. Like,
oh yeah,
there's so many. There's so
especially
many.
That first season. Some of them
they're terrible. And you know what? Season 7, outside of the finale, is pretty bad. Of TNG, there's some garbage episodes. In TNG.
There's some bad stuff, and like, but you look at the source material. Because I know I did an original series watcher. I'm like, this is garbage. I watched Kirk get into a fight where his move was to jump in the air sideways and hit them with the side of the. I don't even know what the hell you call it. Like, it's not even. I'm just like, this show is stupid. Like, the original series is so stupid sometimes. Like, it. How, you know, so it's sort of understandable that Star Trek carries a bit of that, you know, those mistakes along the way. It's part of the franchise.
Yeah, it's part of who they are, is to make some garbage. So that's coming out. We'll see how that goes. And then the Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties also. But Kiwami 3, you're looking forward to that? Yeah?
Yeah, so Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties are the same game. It's
I thought they were separate. No?
No, it's the same package. It's just Dark Ties is like a couple of missions with a character from the game.
Okay,
but it's like they're new missions. They're just calling it another thing. So a demo came out for this game, and it is getting blasted like from the top rope.
They don't like it?
Apparently the graphics look worse.
Really?
I did see a screenshot, and you never know. I don't know, you know, how hard is someone trying to pass their narrative, but I did see one screenshot where it was like, look at how awful this new version looks. And my first thought when I looked at it was, that doesn't look that bad. It looks like they cleaned it up. And then I read the labels, and I was saying that about the original, not the remake. And I went, oops.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So this is some video from TGS of the game. I mean, it looks like the games. I mean, I don't know.
I think it has to do with like texture mapping. Like, because I haven't seen it either. Because like, no matter what the complaints, this is like next in line on the games I'm playing. I'm probably just going to play the Kiwami version. But like, this is the first time I've seen people like the original was way better. They might have removed some content or changed things or something. I don't know. I'm scared to get too involved in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because who knows?
Because it's one of those level of nerddoms where it's like, but I could just also not care and just play it. You know, like, how important is it for me to be mad about this? I'm just like, I would like to avoid being mad about it. Just play a video game and move on with my life. But
I think this looks okay. I don't think it looks bad.
But I'm fully expecting this to get probably review bombed on launch. Yeah, so
maybe it's someone in the chat says the demo looked awful. Maybe the demo and their presentation are different things.
It could be from an earlier build, or I think the window of time between the demo and launch is so small, they're not likely to be making any changes to the product. So I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it in spite of that negative stuff. I'm like, it's pretty much, I have a date, February 11th comes out in 12 or 13 days. So I'd like to.
You'll be there.
I might not play it quite on day one because I'm playing Pirate Yakuza right now. So I may want to take a break. But like, I'm really looking forward to it.
Sure.
'Cause, having just finished 2, I want to know what happens next to Kiryu. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
we're going to find out. We didn't mention it, but I kind of like Tokyo Extreme Racer, at least how it's looking so far. So I'm actually looking forward to that game. But I'm the one racing guy here on the show, I think, who enjoys a good racing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes dabble, but for the most part,
I play them in VR, but non-VR. Not.
Oh, I thought of you this week because I reinstalled Dirt Rally 2.
Yeah, it's a good VR one.
Yeah, it's got really good VR support. Also, it pisses me off. It's one of those games that says it's not supported on Steam Deck at all, but if you play it, it plays 100% fine, and all they're talking about is some weird multiplayer. Well, it's one of EA's, I forget what it's called, the stuff nobody wants to run in the background. It's like anti-cheat stuff. It's too invasive or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some level where Steam's like, yeah, we don't like that much of that, so we're going to do that. But it runs great. Smooth as freaking butter. So I played a bunch of that.
By the way, on this list, if we're just talking about VR stuff, I didn't pull it out on the list, but there's a game called Aces of Thunder coming out. It's by the people who made War Thunder, but it's a VR game.
Helicopter thing?
It's like classic. It's warplanes.
Oh,
but it's playable in VR and not VR. And I'm low key kind of just search for it in the
yeah, I see it
in the store. It looks kind of badass.
Let's see here. Aces of Thunder, right?
Is War Thunder? War Thunder is VR supported too. I didn't know that.
That's out now.
Yeah, it's been out since 2013. I didn't know this was a VR.
Now,
I don't know how good it is, but Aces of Thunder.
War Thunder had no single player component, right? This one does. Aces of Thunder.
Yeah, it has a single player stuff.
Got a whole campaign in there.
And it's probably a new release, so it's modern for VR, and the whole trailer's in VR, and it looks
all right.
You're just like, oh, it's a war game, but like the experience is all in the when you get in the seat and play it, and the mechanics feel satisfying. And they said they recreated like the panels on the planes. Mm-hmm. And just shooting the planes looks like it's going to be pretty good. Look at them skipping off the ground, too. That's crazy.
I think this looks like fun.
This low-key looks like kind of great. It's like out of nowhere for me. I'm just like, what the hell is this awesome game?
World War I and II stuff, so you can be using some old biplanes. That's awesome.
Yeah. And like the fun thing about those planes is like they're piloting planes where they're like just heads are poking out of the tube, right? Yep. Like it's not like you're in some jet where you're like, I'm concealed safely inside. It's like,
yeah.
You're just like, there's just a windshield between me and this like cutting wind that'll like rip my face off. And
I love that. You know what this is? This is why I love those Ace. What are they called? Shit, the game I love. Ooh, I can't remember the name. Ace Combat games, because I love the fighting and this bit of it. But this sounds like this will have a real story, like not an anime story about Eurasia or whatever bullshit.
And the reason I brought it up is also because it's like the war, like the ship combat is kind of like racing. Like you don't have to do a lot with your body, just press buttons, but you get the experience of like flying around, right? Because one of the best VR games of all time is not a VR game; it's Star Wars Squadrons.
Yeah, it's
which I thought about reinstalling this week because it is one of the greatest VR games, and it's so immersively Star Wars too for a game that came out, long enough ago now, 6 years ago. It looks like, but I think it was even earlier than that on other platforms.
It was very, very well liked.
It's really good in VR. Yeah. Like you just when you like 360 around, like, and you're just like whoa, and then you hear like the TIE Fighter iconic sounds. It's very cool.
Yeah, that game's
Squadrons
cool.
is good. I hope the new Pod Racer is playable in VR.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be cool.
That would be really cool.
Anyway, but Aces of Thunder out February 3rd. I might pick it up. Who knows?
Nice. Good. Well, in other news, Highguard is out, and the reception has been terrible. Maybe predictably so. I don't know. I feel like some of the early. I feel like
it's been mixed. I don't know if I would go terrible.
Well, I'd go.
It's
like
mixed.
today. So here's today's title. I'll put this up for everybody. We're calling this episode "Highguard is Midguard." And I think that's kind of the takeaway, right? It's a little mid.
Why does his eyes look like that?
Because he's sad.
Crying?
He's very sad. Yeah.
Okay. They're red because they cried too.
Yeah, it's a purposely bad Photoshop job. I did that on kind of on purpose. And I also made him frown more.
It's fine. I just, from a certain remove, they kind of just look like really weird goggles.
Made of human flesh.
There's no tears in them. That's why I was like...
Yeah, they're just red from all the crying he's been doing, the crying. No. But Highguard seems to be... It seems to be pretty mid by most accounts. Nobody's raving about it.
I would say bad, actually.
Would you? We can talk about this
Not worth
game right
anyone's
now
time.
if you guys want.
Yeah, I think Beau and I both played it. I think rather than talk around it just so we can talk about it again later, why don't we talk about Highguard?
John, your thoughts on Highguard. We'll start with you.
Well, I kind of knew all along that this was not going to be a game for me, right? Like this is not the kind of thing that I get excited about. It's not my cup of tea, but I also know that there are a lot of people out there where, you know, no matter how many games you watched, which I watched a lot of games of Highguard because I was like, what is it about? Let's see. So I watched them talk about it. I watched streamers play it, and I had a pretty good idea of what I thought this game was going to be. And there's always the people that are like, well, you can't have an opinion unless you've played it yourself. And I disagree, but when the game is free, I also think it's pretty easy to go find out for yourself. So
Sure.
It being a free game, I was like, let me try it. Let me see if there's anything there that I feel different about when I actually play the game. And truthfully, I will say, you know, if I'm going to give a compliment to this game, the art style did start to land a little bit for me. I was like, I kind of like the fantasy with guns. I think that looks okay. Maybe there'll be something here that I can get into. And unfortunately, I don't really have anything nice to say about the game. Everything I thought was the case about the game is accurate, but that's not to say that it's a bad game necessarily, in my opinion. Like, I think that it is a competent shooter. It is trying to do something different. For how I interpreted it, everything different that it does left me going, why is this here? Nothing that it did that was supposedly new and unique felt good to me. And then, like, by the time you get rid of all those components that are like, why is this here? Why is this like this? You're left with a game that would just be another shooter, right? Like, they really wanted gunplay to be emphasized, so guns are really powerful, but as a result, the hero powers feel really weak and kind of pointless. Like, at no point was I like, oh man, good thing I picked this champion because they do really cool stuff. Like, it feels like, at best, semi-useful, and most of them fall into the why is this even a power kind of territory. The phase of the game, so the way the games are set up is you start a match and there's a build-up phase, kind of like in Siege where you can, kind of fortify your defenses. It's the biggest waste of time. Like, you have like a couple fortifications that you can put up. Someone can unload a regular clip of ammo into a fortified wall and break it. It is not fortifying much of anything. So it feels like a great big waste of time. Then it goes into phase 2, and it goes into this gathering phase where you go out into the world and you look for treasure chests to loot, or like what's on the screen right now, there are these big crystals that you can smash to get a currency that you can spend at the shop.
This is 4 times in a quick time event, which is
this is a really long is a really long phase where it kind of feels trivial, because if you're going for treasure chests, it's random, so there's no I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. And if you go for the currency, you can just buy the stuff you wanted anyway. So the currency is infinitely more valuable than the random chests, where it's just like, well, maybe you get something good, maybe you don't. And then a sword appears, which is the next phase, and that's sort of like a flag for you to capture. And then everybody kind of comes together for a big battle, and then the game kind of gets interesting because it's a shooter, but it feels like currently it's 3v3. And there was a part of me that was hopeful that maybe that might feel a little more intimate and kind of nice. Like it's not an overbearing, like, full team. Like, it's a very manageable number. It feels the opposite to me. It made me constantly throughout this game, I kept thinking, boy, this might actually be fun if it was like like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
If we were getting into like planet side territory and it was just armies versus armies and like all this crazy stuff, then we'd be cooking.
Well, or like Halo. Halo had the big 20, like big mat, like big
yeah,
and Battlefront. Like, it feels like a map on that level and a game on that level, but there's only 6 people on the map.
Well, that's weird.
Okay.
So does it feel? So it feels empty then?
Yes.
Too large
Yeah.
for. Okay, that's weird.
And then when
like,
you run into other people, you're like, what? Whoa, why is there other people here? It's what? Weird.
I described it in the Discord, and that's pretty much the summary of what the game is. It's like capture the flag, and then when you deliver the flag, you play Counter-Strike for a couple minutes. And if you lose, if you're the attacking team, then it's back to capture the flag. And if you win, then you destroy the base and it's over. But they make you wait really long before capture the flag starts because you're going to open Borderlands 4 loot boxes for a while.
Those do look like that. Yeah.
And it's just very boring. Like that's all I can say. And there's no unique or innovation here. Like John said, the powers are boring. The defenses don't do anything. Capture the flag is a game mode that already exists. Counter-Strike already exists. The one way there's a lot of ways I think you could change this to make it fun, but they haven't done that. So,
well, I mean, they're early.
I would just not
so.
recommend it. I would just full avoid it until maybe check in a year.
We start getting word that they've really pounded it out and done stuff with balancing or tweaked out the systems or whatever. Maybe they've got runway here, but. Man, what a shame. What a pain.
At its base level, right, there is a competent enough shooter there, but like there's nothing else here that made me go, "Oh wow, this is the future."
Yeah.
I want to play this. Like this would be a mode that I would try in a different shooter and go, "All right, that was interesting. Let's go back and play the real mode." Mm-hmm. But that's all of what this game is right now. And as a result, I didn't play very much of it, before anybody jumps on you didn't play enough. I played enough. Like I played enough to know that everything I thought from watching a lot of it was accurate. That was the only thing I needed to figure out. And I think there will be people out there who like this. This isn't, if this is your thing, I think there is something fun in there for people. And again, it's free. So go in and find out. You don't have to sit there and go, well, you guys said it was bad. Go find out. You don't have to take our word for it. You can try it and see where you land, and you might find a new favorite game. Not for me. Everything that they have added to this as a genre, I just was like, I don't particularly like. Riding around on mounts felt it was nice to get around the map faster. But I hated shooting on it, and
they make you walk slower as a result. So ultimately, it's a net bad.
Yeah,
the movement's so slow. And it's like, oh, I get why they did that. It's because you're supposed to mount and go fast, but it just sucks. I didn't like the movement speed.
All of the elements that are in this are in other shooters right now, and I think done better in other shooters. And I think that's to me the biggest issue with it. So.
Another thing, this game also just offended me because the performance of the game is very bad. You can't turn off frame gen.
Oh, right.
Which to me is a big sign of crapola. Because, and this is a little soapbox on my part, but maybe I missed a memo. But frame gen is for when, if the game's not running great, I can use frame gen to help get performance. But
they'd like you to use it more because they don't want to optimize their code anymore.
Yeah,
I've heard that before.
When your game defaults to frame gen, that makes me think so it's like, no, it's like, when you put an emergency tire on a car, you're supposed to buy a new tire and get rid of it. But if the emergency tire is your default on the car, it's not good. And I fail to get good esports performance out of it because I want 144 frames, all the competitive games I play. I'll turn the graphics down. I need performance, and I could not get good, acceptable performance to my standard out of the game, and it made me really cranky, right off the bat, requiring a frame gen because I have a 3060, which isn't a great card, and frame gen doesn't do a hell of a whole lot. I can get a lot of frames if I want to make the thing look like an oil slick, which it's just unplayable that way.
Yeah.
So that told me that I think they're aware that this game is not ready for launch, or somehow in this, I think it's we're out of money. We gotta start earning some revenue. Launch this. What is that thing Gutenberg says? It's crap out this piece of crap. Yeah, that's what this
Steve
kinda feels
Gutenberg.
like.
Which
Yeah, in an episode of Community where they make like a B movie.
Forgot about that.
And Albin's like, oh man, this film is so important to me, and he's like, all right, on 3, let's crap out this piece of crap. He's like, this concerns me. So yeah, it kind of. This is like hopefully they have enough money to like turn things around. I guess I'm not cheering for anyone's demise, but this is really not worth anyone's time.
From what I read, if you're a console player, it's apparently performing way better on consoles. It's not optimized well for PC. They claim they're working on it. That's something, but whether that's enough to drive people.
Also, the term raid. What do they call it? A raid shooter?
Yeah, raid. PvP
Not a
shooter.
thing. Not a thing. Again, it's I'm just saying it's capture the flag in Counter-Strike. You can't just.
So when you say Counter-Strike, you mean like one shot, one kill? Or are we talking like?
Well,
No, it's just that you have to set a bomb and defuse a bomb. Like it turns.
You have to set a bomb and defuse a bomb, and if your team dies, your raid's pretty much over. Like they can end the raid by defending, and then you're back to the.
Oh, that's very.
You're back to like the capture the flag stuff. So it has this finality to it that feels like Counter-Strike, even though it's loose. But if I'm just looking for an analogy to explain it to people, and that's like the closest I can come up with. It's a hybrid of capture the flag and Valorant or Counter. Maybe Valorant's closer. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I didn't play it because I saw everybody talking about it, including you guys and our Discord, and nobody was saying good things. And I went, I just got done with a funeral. My family's still in town. There's a lot going on. If I'm going to commit to any time to this, it's going to have to be worth it. And I went, I don't think it is. So I didn't.
No. And I hope they can. I think there is enough here where they could make a cool game. It's just, for what I'm looking for, this didn't do anything new, and it didn't do anything well enough that made me go, oh, I'd rather play that over stuff that already exists.
Fair.
Yeah, that's who they're targeting, is audiences that have games as a service that they're asking them to peel themselves away from, and this ain't it. So,
no, it's not it, folks. If you are interested in Mario, though, good news. The Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer came out. And, man, I love this scene because I love this. This is a level in Super Mario Odyssey.
There's a lot of Odyssey stuff in this.
Yeah,
trailer.
lots of Odyssey. It's so funny to call it Galaxy. I don't think it means what we think it means. Because they sure are showing like stuff from other games. But anyway, I don't know. My hype meter's okay on this. Looks fun. I still haven't seen the first one. I probably should, but and I will. But look at this fireballs. Come on, that's Mario. That's cool.
Yeah, get more Luigi.
Yeah,
he was. I feel like he was a more breakout character.
Yeah,
in the first one,
a little underused, but here he is, and it's Mario, Beau. Just in case you were confused about who we were talking about.
Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario Bros. As they call it. Anyway, that trailer's out. So if you all are excited about that, that is a thing you can go and enjoy. Also, for some reason, the Switch 2 version of Dispatch forced censorship. You cannot see Toxic Guy's wiener. And
this is a big mystery, and I feel like it has slowly been unraveled. I know Beau did a lot more digging than I did, so I'll let him talk about it. But this is an interesting thing that people have been asking about because Dispatch forces its censorship mode to be on. You can't toggle it like you can here. Mm-hmm. But then you look at something like Cyberpunk 2077.
And it's wieners out, right?
Yeah, it's wieners out, guns out.
Yep.
Well, not exactly. It's wieners out in America, but not in Japan.
And that's where it starts to get interesting. And like I said, I know Beau did a lot of digging on this, so I'll let Beau talk
explain.
Also, that I did maybe a bit more digging, but it's not. It wasn't digging. It was just having to remember about the Japanese porn standards. So if by digging you mean I've watched Japanese porn before, then there you go.
Yeah.
And then
that's what we meant. Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch Japanese porn, they actually censor, and even like adult Gooner games that are made in Japan as well do this. It's illegal to show genitals, even in porn. Like it's so you'll find them pixelated, even in VR. I've also confirmed this in VR. Thank you. Don't ask any more about that.
Yeah.
But they have laws about that. So it make Nintendo being a very Japanese company, like it would seem like definitely anything on the Switch would also have to follow those rules, like for local games. And people have said like they have a lot of Gooner games on there. There's a lot of like slop, if you will, just visual novels, things that would have that kind of thing. I haven't played Anime Feet on Nintendo Switch, but there's been a ton of pictures of the Anime Feet franchise in our core Discord at this point.
Wow. Love
So
our
I
Discord.
don't know how
You guys are
lewd
amazing.
it gets, but regardless, Japan, it's Japanese law, a penal code, Japanese penal code 175. Okay, that's the research I did. I googled what article of the penal code it was.
Yeah.
Don't know why that was.
They don't
important,
pronounce it penile code.
It makes
do
me
they?
sound
All right.
like I'm smart if I actually just say I know the number of the penal code.
Yeah. I want to say penal more, but keep going.
And well, penal means like short. For
No, I know.
penalization.
I just really like penal.
Yeah, I
combination.
know. Sounds close to penis, but has
Well,
an A where
there's
the I
a
is.
clip that's not ever going to be taken out of context. Scott just saying, "I love penis."
penises.
Hopefully, TMS Mashups does not listen to this episode.
I doubt it. We're screwed. But yeah.
So the deal is, but it's like, so my logical conclusion was like, why are people saying like CP2077 has nudity in it? I'm like, well, these are probably regional. It's probably a regional thing. It's not made in Japan. Maybe there's rules about if it's made in Japan or not. I don't know, but that doesn't make sense. And so a few Reddit searches and people are like, you have U.S. military like working in Japan, like deployed to Japan at the military station there, and they're like, how do I get the non-censored version of Cyberpunk 2077? Is Switch okay to buy? And they're like, no, it will be censored. You need to buy it on good old games or use the internet to get it from like a non-Japanese source that won't register the geo, location and give you the censored one.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking about dispatch. Well, I'm like, well, it's U.S. nations like that are saying, and like maybe Europe, that are like saying, well, we got censored. And I'm like, maybe dispatch just gave them one version. They didn't give them regional versions. They didn't talk to anyone over there about doing this, or maybe they got told no because CD Projekt Red is a bigger company with more pull that they'll make those kind of accommodations for, but not for dispatch. I don't know the full rationale behind the scenes. It seems like this ad hoc probably didn't put a lot of effort or consideration into this, maybe not expecting it to be an issue. And they were wrong. and maybe to save face, they're not copping to the fact that we were lazy and just submitted one, and now to make an uncensored version on Switch, we're going to have to like talk to them, figure it out, whatever. That's probably where the truth is, somewhere along the lines.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a bummer when there's double standards on that platform. Nintendo, no stranger to this thing.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a Nintendo problem. This seems like an ad hoc problem.
Yeah, it does, but it's always on Nintendo platforms. It always feels like that's where the hangups are, even if it's not Nintendo directly. And I don't know how they get away from that. It just seems like,
I mean, Steam is in Japan too. I wonder if they had to, like, does Steam Japan do censorship?
I don't know. Is Steam Japan a big growing concern? Like, how does Steam?
Well,
work in
everywhere
Japan?
Steam operates, they definitely butt into problems with the law.
Well, you have to, right? Local.
Even they're being UK government suing Steam for like 900. They said they ripped off like $900 million. Something. I'm not going to get into it. They have a lawsuit. Like Steam is a big enough force that lawmakers in the countries they operate in they're not going to go unnoticed if the government feels like they need to be fixing their stuff to conform with local regulation on consumer practices.
Right.
And this porn article 175 of the Japanese Penal Code seems like something that the Japanese government would discuss with Steam if they want to let Steam have access to the Japanese market. So
So I just looked it up, and it's interesting because dispatch on the PlayStation 5 is uncensored everywhere, but there is a version in Japan, the Japanese version, which is censored, just like the Switch one, which means that there are multiple versions with regards to the PlayStation 5. So hard to say again for sure where it is, but somewhere along the way, it was decided we're only making one version for Switch. and this is the version that Switch 2 is getting. It's the version that's going to be available everywhere. But that is not the case for other platforms. It sounds like it's
okay. So if there's
separate.
two versions, like Ad Hoc's going to say, well, it's because of Nintendo, and Nintendo's not going to say anything, just sue you. So
you said our name. That's a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Who knows who's at fault? But this seems it's not like some free speech violation. It just seems like bureaucracy and things got effed up.
And sometimes you just want to avoid the conflict, so you just do the easy thing. I get that.
Yeah, maybe like they try calling Nintendo. And like I said, Ad Hoc Studios, who gives a shit? Like, send it to voicemail. Like,
send it to voicemail.
Compared to like CD Projekt Red, like, it wants to. They're like, oh, CD Projekt Red is going to sell a ton of copies. Big corporation. We
got to put out the Tomahawk Life Simulator with people trying to pick a clown in a car. We can't be bothered with that. Tune into our pre-show.
We're all in love with you, Hugh Morris. Hugh Morris.
Hugh Morris. There's never been more love for Hugh Morris.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
know. That's the extent of my knowledge, but this doesn't seem. What I'm saying is, it just seems more like bureaucracy and less like somebody trying to be a villain here. Whoever's at fault, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? All right, well, let's get to this story. Lawsuit confirms Hasbro has a concept called parachute sets, or Project Parachute, and this juices Magic the Gathering players for millions to shore up Hasbro's failures in other departments. That sounds a little like an opinion more than a fact, but tell me more, Beau.
That's what the lawsuit's about.
Yeah.
So people have been grousing about this in the Discord, so it's worth saying. It's worth sort of bringing up some investors who own shares in. I'm not sure if it's Hasbro or Wizards. I don't know how that all works. They're suing them for fraud, essentially,
by their own shareholders. Is important fact.
Yes,
part of
because like you have a duty to when you're doing your earnings calls and reporting to report truthfully, and if you don't report things truthfully, you can be sued by your shareholders.
Yep. They call it fiduciary duty, and if you're not doing your fiduciary, you're being a douchiary. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. And so, look, this lawsuit, I've watched this couple of like super nerdy, like the financial side of like investing in Magic, like the TCG thing. It seems like no one's expecting this to win. And the point of this lawsuit is not for it to win. But there is like a legitimate claim in terms of the people suing feel they have the right to win. It's just people who are observing expect that it won't, but it will cause a lot of harm to the people who've maybe made poor decisions, who are shielding themselves from consequences through things that are unhealthy to the Magic brand. And Magic is a worldwide hobby full of super nerds that take these things, very seriously. So they want to see villains removed from making decisions that affect the game, right? So that's what's going on. But one of the big things is that they have one of the ex-vice presidents of Hasbro testifying on behalf of the complainants, which is a pretty big deal.
That is a big deal.
Testifying like in the thing they write or whatever, that the thing called parachute sets exists. And what they would do is Hasbro would F up a quarter, like their G.I. Joe shit wouldn't work out, some music license, some dumb thing. And they were going to have to report to people like, hey, listen, we lost 20 million on this thing we did. So they call up, Mark Rosewater over at Wizards of the Coast, or actually I think it might be, I can't remember her name. Williams is the last name, the CEO of Wizards. Somebody, they call them up and be like, reprint some old shit. Now, Magic players do not like old shit being reprinted willy-nilly.
Well, because it screws up the actual scarcity situation.
It screws up the scarcity, and there's a lot of people, we saw this in Discord, were like, I don't like scalpers, and who gives a shit about the secondary market? It doesn't just affect the secondary market, it affects the local game stores and the distributors. So when you flood the market with product, distributors have to store unsold product. Typically that stuff goes up in value for them, so they're happy to hold on to it. But because they're flooding it with so much, now they have pallets and pallets of worthless cardboard that is losing money. Local game stores also survive off the secondary market. And as you know, you do not get into running a comic book store or a card store to make millions.
No.
You hope to break even and maybe make make minimum wage.
Yeah.
You're doing it for the love. And so these are key partners to like trading game companies like Wizard, like for D&D 2, for the TT, for the kinds of business Wizards engages in. Maybe if they don't care about the secondary market, they have to respect distributors, they have to respect retailers. And finally, the players also generally hate it, but that's a mixed bag. Some people don't care. And so the thing about the parachute sets is it confirms for us, people have been saying they've been overprinting. They literally have a term for it internally, being like, money printer, give me the money printer guy, please.
Yeah.
And they're just printing shit, low effort shit to put it out, including that like Spider-Man set that just came out that was garbage. That's a parachute set. Nobody at Wizards was like, we're going to have this cool set, we're going to make it awesome. It was Chris Cox, the CEO of Hasbro, allegedly in the complaint, calling up Wizards and saying, listen, we have the Spider-Man IP, we're going to do Marvel later, let's do some Spider-Man, just print some shit and get it out there because we need 10 million and Spider-Man will sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And they're like, Wizards has... In the 2010s, Wizards is like one of the goats, the Magic team, for being transparent. The CEO would publish a blog post every week and talk about the things they did wrong and did good. And so one of the culture around Magic is like players have a ton of insight on how they conduct their work. They have a thing called Future League where their sets generally go gold like years in advance of their release. In the video game term, going gold means they're not working on it anymore, but there might be a delay between the time the game's finished and they're going to send it out to customers. Yeah. So they operate years in advance, and they've talked about this. People have real big insight into how it works. So when they change things, everyone that's involved in the hobby has like a huge insight as to how it works and can smell bullshit a mile away.
Yeah.
And so there's been a lot of grousing about this, but no silver bullets. So the fact that this VP has come out and confirmed these things, that like Hasbro just looks at the Magic player base as a way to save them from criticism from their job, because that's what's going on. If you knew everything the CEO was getting up to, the executives that were getting up to, they'd be fired. There'd be a leadership change. But because these guys can just call up Wizards and print them money and have their earnings call look good, they've been shielded from their bad decisions. And so part of this lawsuit is to say, like, listen, you haven't been truthful about where your money's coming from. And this apparently affects evaluations, causing them to sell low. And when they do these things, buybacks, I'm not very financially literate on this side of things, they pay a higher price. And this has to do with them effing around with overprinting. So yeah, there's more to it than that, and there's a bit of grousing about it, but I did kind of go deep on this, and I'm generally, based on our conversation last week, I'm generally for protecting secondary markets.
Yeah.
Hobbies people are passionate about. So yes, I want this lawsuit to win, and I want these people who are damaging the reputation of a game that I think is super awesome, and I like them to be held to account.
Do you think they ever had a moment where they went, oh man, the Transformers movie we just put out did not make enough money. Let's print another Black Lotus card and sneak it onto eBay. And
so the Power, I think it's the Power 9 or something like that. There's a certain set of cards that it's like, it's the most sinful thing to reprint. So not Black Lotus, but there are plenty of cards worth thousands. Let me tell you about Magic 30. They had a 30th anniversary celebration for 30 years of Magic. So they decided, parachute set time, let's print a 30th anniversary of some of the most best Magic cards, and we'll put all the rares, do no new art on them, so we don't have to pay artists. Like, they're just there in a whatever file. Let's just assemble them into a print file and go. Do you know how? And the box would contain 4 booster packs of these classic cards. Do you know how much they charged for this special set of 4 boosters?
I have no idea, but I'm guessing
$1,000.
That's I was gonna say.
And people were in an uproar. It's one of the biggest controversies in the past while for Magic. And you know what happened to them? They got the ET treatment. There's pictures of all the Magic 30, just in the land. So it's landfill card.
Shit! Really?
That they were just trying to get $1,000 a pop for people.
Oh, that's gross.
And apparently the D&D set, which was in standard, was also a parachute one that they last minute forced them to do because of the success of D&D movie and Baldur's Gate 3. They're like, that'll print us 30 million. the point is, like, you look at a company and it's like, well, that's what a company does. If they're not making somewhere else, they make money somewhere else. That's what they do. But when you make your customers feel like you're just their wallet, which is what these sets do, this is huge reputational damage. And there are plenty of people trying to get them, trying to get people off Dungeons and Dragons. Even Critical Role didn't want to use it. They ended up going back to it because it's so iconic and it's just what people know. But, we want to get people off Dungeons and Dragons and like have something like whatever it is, we need to get it away from Hasbro. Like Hasbro is so toxic to these brands that are cherished by people, and
they've been bad stewards.
That's the case happening with Magic. The thing is, the people at Wizards of the Coast, like the people who love it, they're still making good product. They do this thing called roadmap padding. Like a game in early access has a roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Wizards does. They tell you what the sets are for the upcoming year, and then Hasbro will call. We need to do some roadmap padding where they just insert sets whose sole purpose is to juice the customers. So right now, I've been following Magic the past year or so because I really liked Tarkir and I liked I enjoyed Aether Drift, but that one suffered because they were working on parachute sets apparently. They've done some good sets that they're really into. Final Fantasy is one of them. It's like it's a good set that they really wanted to work on. But like we're trying to figure out what the parachute sets are for the upcoming year. There's Star Trek and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming down the pipe, and there's a Marvel one, and it's just like, and all those secret layers where they charge like hundreds of dollars for like 6 cards that has SpongeBob SquarePants on it, like. It's kind of like WoW mounts where it's like, here's a $25 mount. It's a one-time thing. And now there's like 800 mounts you can buy for $20 a pop. It's the same kind of juicing, but Magic players, they're not having it. They're losing their goodwill. Anyways,
John,
it's turning into a bit of a rant.
Does this sour John at all on your recent unboxings, purchases, all that stuff? For you?
No, because I've been very selective. I mean, like in a in a world where every Magic set that comes out is a winner, Spider-Man would have been amazing for me. It's my favorite superhero, and I think it fits the aesthetic in the world potentially. But the art and all of that, it just was a major turnoff, and I skipped it. I don't have any of it. But I did go in on Final Fantasy. I did go in on some Avatar: The Last Airbender, and you know what? Those Avatar cards are great. They look amazing. They show a lot of passion and love behind it. So I feel like I've done a good job circumventing what would be an easy, like, give us money.
Avatar is not a parachute set. No.
Yeah. So
you can kind of tell because the number of misprints, by the number of misprinting cards that happens in them. As sad as it is to say, if they get rushed, there's like a lot more misprints and just mistakes that happen. And generally, they're not standard legal. Like the examples where like stuff have been like standard legal are much fewer. It's like it's mainly secret lair. There's these things called master sets, which I think are primarily for drafting. It's like take classic cards in this new configuration to draft with them. Which is sort of like their version of Cube, which I'm not going to get into Cube drafting, but Cube is where you make your own draft pile of cards with your friends and don't have to buy any new packs. You make your own packs from all your old cards.
Right.
There's some people take great pride in having really powerful cubes with tons of rare cards. That's all just like, there's no real thought behind it. It's like, we need to juice, we need money here. And Wizards might be like, I don't know, it's not a good idea. And Hasbro's like, do it. They're palpatining. And like I said, it's in a way, it's like it's their Hasbro's company that can do what they want. And whether or not that's good for the health of the game is a matter of debate or not. But it's the dishonesty on the part of the people, like they lack scruples from a business standpoint, and that's the claim that's being made.
Sure.
It's not about just protecting secondary market. It really is a big lawsuit. So,
all right, we'll see how it all goes.
And there's 2 of them actually now. Another one is a pension fund by a fire department in Florida suing their shareholders, and they're suing them. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So even if they settle out of court, and this was an interesting point in one of the videos I watched, even if they don't win and they settle, that means it's a feeding frenzy. That means every shareholder is going to come out for a settlement. So it's kind of a tricky spot, and they're demanding a jury for it as well.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
More on that as we know it. Also, the very popular and somewhat at times controversial Stop Killing Games effort achieved its 1.4 million signees, or verified 1.3 million of its 1.4 million signees, which means it can move forward with the EU Commission. This puts it on the table for not just investigation, but
it's not a big milestone. It's a big milestone. There isn't much to discuss with it. It's just I saw an article and it's like good to check in because it's a big movement. And
because theoretically, if enough signatures were faked, it could go back to not passing.
Yeah, right.
Like if it at the end it was only 900,000 verified signatures, it now no longer qualifies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was some issue also of like, who are these? Because it's the internet, so it's like, who are these signees?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, a bunch of Americans said the EU Commission's got to look into something. It's like, okay, ignore. But these are all EU, like it's their constituents complaining, so they can't just brush it off out of hand to be like, well, yeah, Canada thinks we should look into it. Well, who cares about their signatures? they're not our constituents.
All right.
So it's just good to check in because look, a lot of gaming companies are like, what do you want us to do? And it sort of doesn't matter. Constituents want something to be done. So this is where the current stage of the conversation is.
At least in
the
Europe.
answer is something, because right now nothing is not the solution we want. Nope. So there you go. The answer is something.
Yeah, I feel like if we
out
wanted,
what it is now.
If we want nothing, we don't even need signatures
and
for
these
that.
kind of regulations could have long-term implications because just in the tech sector, you will own nothing and be happy movement is kind of in full throttle right now with RAM and prices. Like are we going to buy computers that just interface in the cloud? And with everyone thinking AI is going to be how we do things and cloud computing, blah, blah, blah. If there's rules about, how games are done, maybe that might impact other sectors. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So and that's a good thing. So this movement, I just see it picking up speed as it outside of gaming as well.
We are a month and a half or so away from Crimson Desert. There is a
I'm so excited.
15-minute breakdown of gameplay. I watched about 6 minutes of this before the show and then got on stream and then haven't had a chance to finish it. But I want that game to be good. I'm very, very excited about it. I'm also just a little nervous. I'm nervous.
I know I'm interested when I see it, but I still am not fully convinced it's good.
Yeah. Like there's things about it. And when I see them in a mech shooting missiles and I go, well, all right, there's, goblins make mechs and shit. Like, it's not like that weird in a fantasy setting. But there are these moments where I'm just like, are they sure they know what they're doing? Like, is this going to be the next big thing in open world fantasy? I really hope so, man.
I hope it's huge. It looks like it's going to be huge. And the big news that I got out of it is that there's multiple playable characters. So you're not just playing as Cliff.
Hello.
There's 2 other characters.
Ladies? We got any ladies for John to play?
There's a lady and what looks like there's a lady and I think there's an orc.
Oh, I'll play an orc.
I wasn't sure, but
they're appealing to all 3 of us.
Yeah, all 3 of us are getting some love here. We got Cliff, an orc, and a lady.
So, and it looks good. I know I just can't promise to be good, but I just really want it to be good.
It looks
I don't even care if it's kitschy. Like, I don't care if the story's a little cringy or kitschy or whatever. They've been working on it for years. Black Desert Combat's awesome. I really want them to nail this game because I've just been waiting a long time for it. This game's been in development, I think, for like a decade or something like that.
It's been a long-ass road getting from there to here. I would love to play this like right this second, but we got to wait a month and a half to find out what's
I'm just excited. That's not really a complicated news item. I just like the Crimson hype. The Crimson Desert hype is real for me.
Yeah, I feel that one. Nervous, though. Let's take a break. When we come back from the break, we will have a Instance Mini with Bobby joining us talking about the launch of WoW Midnight. Not the time, but the name of the expansion. And we're going to just kind of see what's going on with that. We got the launches in what? Where is it? I had the date here.
7 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, crap. I better pre-order. Now's my time.
Pre-order. Yeah, I was going to say.
Shoot. But he'll give us the latest because the pre-patch is out there, all the changes, all the interface changes, which really screwed with people's mods and all that. That stuff is in place. a lot of other stuff, housing and everything else. So we are going to catch up with Bobby and see what's going on in regards to all of that. That'll be right after this. Stay tuned. All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. As you know, there are times in our lives when we just need to know what's happening in World of Warcraft. All right? The instance is no longer a full-blown show, so instead it's a little micro thing that we do. And we have somebody... Oh, do we have an intro for this? I can't remember if I did anything for this. Did I do anything for this? Maybe I did. Oh, you know what? We can, though. Here we go.
Barry.
No. Here we go.
Children, the depths are my domain.
That was Yogg Saron, I think.
Oh.
Or something.
At first, I thought he said the Death Star. I was like, oh, cool.
It's actually cooler. Bobby Frankenberger is joining us. Hello, Bobby.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. I'm doing great. How are all of you?
You know, couldn't be better, really. You know, with a new WoW expansion on the horizon, I know John in particular is just...
Why do I always get singled out here? What's going on?
I don't know.
So much.
I did.
You did.
Still do at times.
You expressed an opinion about a game, so forever you will be highlighted.
Yeah. It's like me never finishing Tsushima. I will just always be branded the guy who can't get it done. But that's okay. Bobby, it's always good having you here, man. I've been looking forward to this for a while. This is a big one for Blizzard.
It's been a while, actually.
It has been a bit.
So like 2.5 months or something.
Something like that. With the housing business out and done, not done, but you know, it's out there in people's hands.
Hopefully it's not done. Jeez, it just started.
Well, what else about like this patch, this pre-patch that's now out in the wild has been the most... I guess, are people living with the changes to interface things and add-on problems and all that, or is that still a big freak out?
I mean, they're having to live with it because it's reality now. But I don't know. Do we want to start with the pre-patch? Do we want to start on a down?
You take me wherever you want. Let's go. Let's take
on a down note.
Let's take the Bobby train to Happy Land first, if you want.
There's been a lot and not a lot that's happened since the last time, because there's a lot of things that have happened, but nothing like. I don't know. It's been like a slow trickle of lots of really exciting changes, but any one of them by themselves, we're not like a lot to talk about, which is why I haven't been around for a while.
Sure.
But altogether, right before midnight, the next expansion comes out, I thought it was a good time to sort of round up what's happened in this downtime since the last raid, since the last big content update. And what's been happening. And I wasn't playing for a long time either, because, you know, I mean, that's the rhythm, right? You play, you raid, you know, me and Beau go out there, not Scott very much anymore, but me and Beau go out there, we kill some bosses, we take a break, right?
Sure.
And so, but I finally got in there and did some things. I did Legion Remix. I don't know, Beau, did you do Remix?
No. I wanted to give myself a proper break and work the appetite back up. So
I didn't do Pandaria Remix, so I didn't know what to really expect, and I was only doing it because I wanted the housing decor. So that was kind of like, I'm just going to do it for the housing decor and then be done. But I found myself having a lot of fun in there. Got all the decor and whatever. There's not a lot to talk about with Remix. You go back in and you blast through and level up a bunch of characters.
That stuff exclusive to that event for the housing. You're not going to get it any other way. Is that the deal?
If you didn't earn it during Remix, which is over now, then they claim that you won't be able to get it, but surely in the future they'll have it available at some vendor somewhere, and then all the nerds will get really angry about it.
Yeah, that's how we do around here.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was exclusive, but not anymore.
I'm sorry, I just noticed for today's video they put up 5 hours ago, they actually got Chris to sit in a chair and say something on camera. He's so opposed to that.
I saw that, but I think that was a clip from a video from when they announced some other thing a while back.
Probably when last time he got on the stage and talked about the trilogy here, right? I think that might have been it. Yeah.
So knowing his proclivities. Did I say that right?
How often does Chris proc?
Every 30 seconds.
They're like, let's get everything we can. We have to live off this for 3 years.
Yeah.
Now that's cool though. So all right. Sorry, it was a bit of a distraction. Back to what you were saying.
No. So Remix happened and it was fun. Okay.
Yeah.
But then housing. You know, I've been spending a lot of time with housing. Housing has been amazing. It has been really fun. I mean, there's not a lot to say about, like, the system is the system. We've talked about it before. You can see lots of people messing around with it. You can go in there and do it now. That's what happened with the pre-patches. Now, as long as you have pre-ordered the game, or maybe now it doesn't matter if you've pre-ordered it. I don't know, but now it's open. The housing system is open to a lot more people.
I think if you pre-ordered, you have it, right? No matter what.
I think that's what it was. I think before you had to have pre-ordered at a certain level or something like that, but now anybody who has pre-ordered can get it. Can access housing. It's there's been some trouble with that, I guess. There's been some complaining. First of all, so I'll tell you what my experience was. I went in there and I was excited to make the house, and the first thing I noticed is, and I guess I knew this already because I've seen all the videos and this stuff, but the Horde base houses are ugly as shit.
Hey, I think John didn't you predict that, John? You said
I did.
Okay.
I said I bet the Horde houses look like crap.
Yeah, I feel like
that's exactly what happened. I remember you saying that, John, and that's exactly what they just look like, huts from Orgrimmar. You're like
little too horny and just not what you want. I mean, the Horde is a diverse faction full of a lot of different aesthetics, and I kind of feel like the main one they lean on is the least popular of them.
Yeah, there were lots of complaints about the Horde house. And the Core Guild, the main guild neighborhood is an Alliance neighborhood, but I have the other raid team and the other guild that I'm in that they went with Horde, which I was fine with because I get to see both now, right?
Yeah, right.
But the first thing I did was, and this is what's great about the housing system, is I said, well, screw this. This is a terribly ugly house. I'm just going to build a house around it and hide it.
And you can do that, right? You can put parts and pieces anywhere you want. Yeah.
I should find an image to send you. I should have thought about this ahead of time, but you can, I built a house that looks like a really cool house that just completely covers the other one. It looks sort of like a cottage. I wanted to go for like a cottage look, and I got that because
you achieved it.
I was able to achieve that.
The game, it's actually it's a testament to the robustness of the system, and I've heard this from many people who've been messing with it. You can just about do anything, and I think that's really cool. Even if you're not happy with the basics that you're given as a faction or whatever, you can kind of build around it. I saw something yesterday. It looked like Howl's Moving Castle. And as I got a closer look to some screenshots, it was somebody taking like all the goblin shit you can imagine and just building this big... It didn't actually walk, but it looked like it could get up and move. It looked like a giant thrown together scrap robot, but it's housing, and it's got like steam coming out of every orifice and big pipes that are shaking all the time. And like that whole vibe was just everything all over this thing, and I'm like, that's crazy they let us even do that. It's actually kind of rad. You know?
So I sent you, Scott, a picture of, I found it, the picture of the house that I built around it, if you cared to show it on the stream.
Take a look here.
Just it's less about me bragging about my house, although I am very proud of it, more about like this is really cool what you can accomplish if you just, it takes some work for real.
So here's the house right here. It reminds me of Battle for Azeroth, of the scary place. What was that called over there? The Halloween town.
But whatever. Beau, you nailed it. The Gilneas vibe, because it's a lot of Gilneas components. In fact, the roof of the house and all that is made from a cart, that a Gilnean cart that you can get.
What'd you do? Scale it? You can scale that stuff?
Yeah, so you can scale all the items really huge and really small, and so I was able to take this cart and blow it up as big as it'll go to make like the roof, and there's like several of them in there, and then I took some Gilnean walls and made them really big and stacked them on top of each other and flipped them around to make the outside walls, all this kind of stuff. And so there's so many things you can do.
Are your Horde neighbors like, what the F is he doing over there with all this shit? This doesn't look like Horde.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Breaking
but so many things you can do, and I think it's like I'm really impressed with the housing feature so far, and the thing that I'm really excited about is that this is just the start of the system, right? Like they have plans for more stuff in the future that they want to do. Some features that are horribly missing, but they have said that they're going to include them are copying and pasting when you're building things. Because when you cobble a bunch of things together and you want to duplicate it, holy cow, you want it to be able to be done and never have to finely tune those pixels again. You'd rather just like, oh, these 4 things that I cobbled together, I want to be able to group select them, copy and paste them somewhere else. And they say that you're going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
They're going to add in an import and export codes for your builds so that you can send them to your friends or to people online or whatever, or find things online and say, oh, I like that, and copy the code and import it into your game. All sorts of things like that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that they're going all in on this thing. I still worry about scarcity of stuff. Like when you mentioned that if you didn't do the event, you didn't get certain items, and I don't know. Maybe that's good. That keeps you active.
But that's always existed with things like mounts and pets and stuff like that.
That's true. I don't know why I feel like this should be any different. It probably shouldn't be any different, but it's just this feeling.
Yeah, it's just like all those other things. It's just more ways for you to show off that you logged in during a certain week. Sort of like how you can get things this week, and all there really is to do is log in, and it's boring as hell.
It's kind of where they're at right now, right?
Yeah, well, and you would think that they wouldn't be because it's supposed to be a pre-patch event, but it's so I'm going to get there. I promise. It's not fun right now.
The game itself, you're saying, is not fun unless you're dicking with House. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the event.
That was the original name of the Hugh Laurie show, but it didn't well.
Didn't stick. They weren't successful there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. So so when the pre-patch happened, the first thing. So you mentioned the add-ons. The first thing I did was because I've been excited about this. I just went to my add-on folders and I just deleted everything. I was like, I'm just going to start over. And I honestly, anybody who's playing, and if you haven't logged in yet, or even if you have logged in midnight, the pre-patch, and you're willing to do this, I strongly suggest just go in and delete all your add-ons and play around for a while and see what you can figure out how to. The way that they've updated the interface and the options that you have now for moving things around and enemy health bars, and the way that buffs and debuffs are displayed over friendly players and enemy NPCs, the way that they've changed the way you can display, cooldowns in the cooldown manager, and they have boss ability timers, for, just like a la Deadly Boss mods. They've added so many of these features in that I would suggest people see what you can figure out. To me, that's what this few weeks, this month before the new expansion comes out is playing with the new things that they've added and just figuring it out, right? And so that's what I've been doing, and I'm really pleased with what they've got. My ideal way to play the game would be to not have any add-ons at all. But I know that not everybody's like that, and but just mess around with it. There are certain things that I have add-ons that I have installed back, just quality of life add-ons that honestly I don't know that I want to mention them because I really think people should just try to figure out how to see if you can do it in the base UI, and if you really can't, there's something you really don't like and can't get past, get the add-on for it.
Yeah, John, you've been arguing for that for the years, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that if you used an add-on, you should be thrown in jail.
Yeah,
and
it should be legal
that's
action.
Why I deleted them. I'm really
at the very least, you forced to uninstall the game or delete your character.
Yeah,
I think that's really the only fair way to treat.
To have all your gold taken and distributed amongst the poor of Azeroth. Yeah. I'm with you.
I think that's honestly, I can't see a counterpoint to that. So.
There will be no argument on this point. Go ahead.
The game
Beau.
also went it's free to play for a little while or something like that
For
if
this
you've
weekend,
subbed before?
they have a free weekend. I think. I don't, what are they calling it? They're calling it the welcome
Check
back
shit out.
weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the check shit out.
Oh, they
weekend.
didn't
That's what
call
they're
it
calling
that? That's weird.
Like
Yeah, I just logged in. I don't have
Check
I'm not subbed currently, and I was just able to log in. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh, they
till
let you
February
in?
1st. It's till February 1st. And anybody, even it doesn't matter how long it's been since you've played, you can play and experience the full game for free all the way to level 80, including this midnight pre-patch content until February 1st. I think that's really a really short time, but they should make it a week. But
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe I'll reinstall and log in because I'm always worried. My big fear is this because I know every expansion that's when they do the remove old names of players, and I'm always worried I'm going to lose my character name because I know if the day ever comes that I do go back to WoW, if my character's name has been changed, I will quit the game forever. I will uninstall the whole game.
You'll be so
here's
mad.
this-
Not my character anymore. It's gone. It's done. Deleted. I'm done.
Yep.
So maybe I'll get in and stake my claim and maybe see what
refresh
housing
the
is
timer
about.
on those character names for free
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, it's a great idea because they did that to me once. They took a name of a character I really liked the name of because I hadn't logged into it for like 10
Me
years.
too. My very first character, who was an undead rogue, and his name was Old Cripply.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I lost that name. Yeah.
Well, I have a guy named, I have two of those guys. I got undead's named Decrepid. What was the other one? Oh shoot, it's another death thing. Anyway, I have these death things names, and those never get touched. It's always like it was an orc named Larry or something. It's simple stuff like Larry or Jones or names like that, and they all get taken back. Pisses me off.
You still have Roy? It was Roy.
I still have Roy. Yeah, I log into Roy once in a while just to keep it because freaking hands off Roy, man. That's the coolest
Yeah.
name. ROY.
Yeah, that 3-letter names was the shortest the shortest you can do, right?
It's the shortest
least
you
it
can
was.
do, and it's also just unheard of now. You can't get 3 letters of any combination. So I got lucky. That was like a brand new launch character name. Parked him, and then I've always just known go back, just poke him a little, and then go do something else. But just keep Roy alive. That's what I do. Anyway,
The other thing I played around with when I got back in, which is newish. I don't think it came with the pre-patch event because it was around a little bit before, but not for very long. Was the Brawlers Guild is around right now? When the pre-patch did hit, it didn't get nerfed. Everybody's saying that it got nerfed, but what really happened was there's a stat squish right now. Or that happened, right? So all your item levels are really low, and whenever they do a stat squish, they just reduce all the numbers of everything. It always messes with power levels, right?
right.
And so that happened with Brawlers Guild, and it is so easy right now, so easy that it was practically boring. I just wanted to get all the pixels highlighted on my achievement list. So
Yeah.
Right.
So I just went in there and did all of them. And it literally just took an afternoon of going into the Brawlers Guild. And I mean, it was so easy that I got distracted by the kids at one point because the way the Brawlers Guild works is you go in and you're queued and you can watch other people doing it, but it'll tell you your place in line. Oh, you're fifth in line. And so you watch the 5 other people ahead of you do the fight, the brawl in the arena. And then you get thrown in there. So I got up and helped the kids with something, and it took longer than I thought. I came back and I was in the middle of the arena being beat up, and the thing that was beating up on me, who's supposed to be this challenging boss in the Brawlers Guild, was at 15% health just from reactive damage I was doing to
Oh
it.
my gosh, dude.
So it's very easy.
You
is
put
my
all your
point.
points in thorns or something.
Yeah, thorns, right.
That's awesome. Hey, any chance you've played, I don't know if you even have an alt with this class, but I'm just curious about the Demon Hunter, the new
did play a
spec. What do you think of that?
I haven't played the new spec, but I have been reading about it. Apparently, on the PTR, when you got to play it at max level 90, which will be the new max level, it's universally thought of as being really, really cool. The Devour Demon Hunter spec is what. So it's like a mid-range. It's a range class, but it's like mid-range. You jump in a little bit, do some melee, jump back out and shoot and stuff. Yeah. But it's got this particular play, and everybody's really, really liking it. But now you can actually you have a Devourer Demon Hunter. The spec is available in the pre-patch event, but the problem is that the thing that makes the class, the spec so fun and honestly playable, it's not really playable without it, is a max level new hero talent that you can't get until you're level 90. So everybody's saying it's awful right now. So I don't know that if you want to, because it doesn't seem like the kind of thing that they are going to fix right now, because
it's not
soon
a priority.
you'll be able to get level 90.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
So I would suggest if you want to play with it, wait until Midnight launches and you can get to level 90.
Well, speaking of which, we're gonna have you back here that week because we'd like to know how it went for them. You know.
Yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great. I'm hopefully going to be able to play a lot.
Question: is there any new content in the pre-patch that's worth checking out?
Yeah,
Okay,
a lot of people don't like this event. So, tell us what we should like, or maybe.
So the pre-patch world event sucks.
Oh,
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
Then.
it basically you get a short quest chain that is supposed to tell you, oh damn, the Twilight's cultists are back, but now they're the Twilight Blade because it's Xalatath's was a blade. So they're not the Twilight whatever they were before.
Sorry.
I just saw Blade, and I'm thinking.
I like
of
the
wrong
dramatic blade.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you do like 5 or 6 quick quests that have you deal with the Twilight cultists in. Even that's kind of because it's like every time the Twilight cultists come, it's like our go-to way to deal with them is to kill some of them, find their clothes, put them on, and infiltrate the Twilight. That's what we do every time.
it's pretty boring. That
yeah, I feel like I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
And that's all
Yep.
you're going to do is you're going to infiltrate the Twilight's blade and kill the leader.
I don't
You
like
think
it.
they'd figured it out by now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think that they'd figured it out.
It's almost like they really just need to focus on an expansion, and they,
They were
don't
what?
actually care
They
about
were
a
wearing
pre-patch.
our robes?
Yeah.
How'd they get them?
Yeah.
What? Again?
Yeah. You know who else does this just for fair treatment? ESO does this too much as well. They make you put on an outfit. Although they do have a hotkey just for outfit swapping. So if you're like, oh, this quest again, it's just hit V and you're in. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So after you do that, it unlocks some daily quests that you can do to get some currency to buy cosmetics, decor items amount. There's an achievement you can get for killing, because then rares also. It all happens in Twilight Highlands, because of course, and because that's where for those who don't know, that's where the Twilight's cultists are.
Yeah, and they got the name. They got the whole name in there, you know?
And so there's every few minutes a rare elite will spawn. Everybody gets on their flying mounts, goes to it, kills it in like 10 seconds. And then if you do all the 20 different ones that can spawn, if you kill all 20 of them, you get another achievement that gets you a mount. And that's it. That's all that's happening. So literally, oh my God, literally everyone that's doing this right now just waits for the spawn, because there's only a couple of daily quests. Even you just do those real fast, and then it's like there's 2 of them every day or something. So they just wait for the rare to spawn. Everybody flies over, and hopefully you better be paying attention because you won't get there soon enough. It'll die. You go over there, you kill it really fast, and then you wait 10 minutes for it to happen again. And I was doing my taxes while this was going on. I was doing other work. I was playing another video game while I was doing this. Like, it was so boring. But I want to get the mount. So you know.
You got to yeah, how you going to mount? Ain't going to give it to yourself. Or wait.
What's a mount? Is it like Xalatath's foot you ride in Monty Python style?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you stomp around on Xalatath's foot.
That'd be amazing if every time you landed and went, made the fart sound.
Yep.
Oh, John, work at Blizzard.
I know.
Why aren't you at Blizzard? Go to Blizzard.
Constant missed opportunities here.
Yeah, they hire the wrong people. I'm telling you right now.
So I don't know why they. I mean, maybe I do know why, but I don't know why they. It feels like everybody gets so excited. Oh, I wonder what the pre-patch event is going to be this time, and it's always like this.
It's always kind of lame, yeah.
I think this one's worse than even past ones that have also been boring. But
and well, what's the mood on Midnight? Are we like looking forward to?
Yeah,
Midnight?
what's the overall mood? I guess. Yeah,
I think everybody's very, very excited about it, which also makes the pre-patch event sting more, being boring, right? Because you're like, ooh, I want to get into the mood. I want to be excited about this. I want something to carry my excitement, and then it's kind of just like a wet blanket. But very excited about Midnight. I mean, there's lots of really cool things coming with Midnight. You know, lots of new systems too. The prey system, I'm really interested in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
seeing
that.
what that's going to be. The Haranier, you're going to be able to play with, and a
Haranier.
And I'm just excited about this, like light versus
Hair and ear.
Oh. Yeah, it's when you get older.
Yeah, you get hair in your ear.
Hair in ear. I got it.
Hair and ear. Yeah.
It took a minute.
Yeah, and the big boss, you have to defend the hair and ear from the electric.
From the big giant buzzer. Shit.
Yeah,
we're screwed.
Yeah, it's the goblins are doing that.
Oh, well, of course they are, bastards.
But yeah, I'm excited about the expansion. I'm very excited about it. The whole void versus light kind of theme and story. I'm a sucker for those like really like epic basic but epic kind of themes, you know, good versus evil and stuff like that. So and Blizzard always adds their nuance to it, right? Like the whole feel that everybody like, it's pretty obvious that it's going to be like, oh, the light is the light, but also it's kind of evil. It's kind of bad too to be so devoted to the light. You know, there's going to be those kind of themes as well.
Yeah, you get addicted to. It's like what Immortal Joe said about water. You become addicted to it. You'll resent it. So careful with the light, guys. Whatever you do.
And the transmog system you can play with now too.
Immortal Joe.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Well, Bobby,
transmog system you can play with too. By the way, you should get in there.
Oh yeah, I want to mess with that. That is actually super interesting to me.
That's live now.
Big improvements on that, I've heard.
I heard they cut prices.
Did they?
Everybody
oh my god,
was mad
that
at
was
the
a
cost,
really
and
everyone was
slashed
mad
the
at
prices.
Well, one of the things that was real controversial was you logged the day the pre-patch launched. You logged in, and they took away all the transmog that you had on was gone, and you could get it back, but you had to pay to unlock each of the slots. So it's like they took it away from you. You had to pay to get it back. So
people love that. People love when you charge them for what they already had.
Yeah.
And so they did acknowledge that that sucks. And they said, okay, sorry, we're going to give everybody a free transmog in return. But I already paid to get the transmog back that I liked.
Yeah.
You know, like, but so whatever. But then B, they reduced the price by 50% of all the transmog stuff that you have to pay for. So, but I don't know, they're still only giving you one transmog. So it's like kind of reduced in value, if that makes any sense, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. But I try not to get too mad. I didn't get affected by that. I haven't messed with the transmog system really deep yet, but I am excited about it.
Well, we'll learn more as we get closer, and we'll definitely have you back on to talk more about it. Bobby Frankenberger, of course, podcaster in his own right. Not about WoW, but you got this science podcast. People should go check it out if you like science things. Tell them all about it.
Yeah, I've got a podcast called All Around Science, where it's a weekly science podcast. We talk about science. It's not more complicated than that. We just get excited about science and talk about it. So All Around Science, if you're also interested in science.
And why wouldn't you be? Honestly, yeah. I'm pretty interested in science, and so should you at home. Whatever that means. Bobby Frankenberger, everybody, have a fantastic time. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye now. I should have mentioned, too, Bobby's helping out with some programming stuff for Nerdtacular. He's helping me do some of the heavy lifting on that. Yeah, it's been a very big help because this schedule's coming together, and I may have gotten semi-confirmation today about a guest. It's going to be so effing rad.
Oh, damn.
You got a semi?
I might have a semi.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, a semi. I have a whole entire 18-wheeler. More on that later. But now we must talk about the games that we played. We've already really talked about one, but there's more. Outside of Highguard being kind of mid, let's move on to what I played this week. So I needed some comfort food. Like I said, I was busy with funeral arrangements, family in town, just kind of chaos around here. And it wasn't a lot of time to just settle in on something that I either had to start new or focus on too much. And for whatever reason, I got a wild hair to just play more V Rising.
You've posted a screenshot too. You're just like, here, check it out.
Yeah, I was like, you know what I'm in the mood for? This. And turns out I was. I started a new game. I'm playing it on Steam Deck primarily because I was kind of on the go a lot. That game is great, man. It's just so I'm not really a big survival game guy. It's not my favorite genre overall. There are certain games where I'm kind of like, yeah, there's things I like about this, and there's always something I end up not liking. This thing only really has one thing I don't like. I'll get to that in a minute, but and it's a fundamental thing. But most of the game, I just think this thing is so much fun to play. The arcade support they added in, when they hit 1.0 is really wonderful. So playing it on the go on your Steam Deck is really great. You don't have to like vampires to like it. You just have to like building shit and progressing, and you can tweak rules to your play style and say, man, these stacks of items in my bag are too small and I'm having to run around too much. Let's stack those more or whatever. You can do these little incremental changes like a lot of these games let you do. Just playing more of that, having a good time, and
fun. There's lots of content. Like it's
it's
even for
massive.
Single player, I had a great time playing it. It's a good journey from beginning to end, and it's not a forever game, so it's not like you can make progress and
come back, whatever. Your saves
it's good. The boss fights are fun. You know, just pressing the buttons is fun.
Even the early ones, like you get back into the groove and you're like, oh right, there's these cooldowns are nice and generous, and I don't know. There's just a lot of thought put into this game. The building's really neat. The fact that you can end up with castles looking like this after some hard work is really insane.
The building is great. Yeah, like the vibe. This is like one of the best of those survival games. And it blends. It's got really good isometric action, whether you're playing with a controller or mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, all of it's good.
Very satisfying combat.
It's all really good. Okay, here's my only beef. I wish there was a way to. Well, you get a teleport location at your castle after some progression, but where you can teleport from and to at any given time is just, I wish it was a little more loose. The little teleportation, whatever you call them, the little coves where you find one and you have to find them by exploring. I don't mind exploring to see them. They're just so far and few between, and they're never quite where I want them for quick access.
So the solve for that is you got to build more than one base.
Yeah, I got to get more castles up. So
that's because yes, you're right about that. So I ended up building bases in strategic locations, mainly for travel. I had one main base, and then I just put a little outpost with build it up enough so that it has a teleporter. Some walls and a teleporter because you got to stay out of the sun. Yeah.
I got to do that.
So you will solve that problem, but yes, early on it is it's like a lot of progression in those games. The early goings when it's the hardest.
I turned off the DK stuff because for a couple of reasons. One,
DK.
Yeah. Sorry, not
Donkey
DK like
Kong.
this. Yeah, not Donkey Kong or
DK.
Death Knight.
Donkey Kong.
You're talking about Castle Decay.
Castle Decay. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more like George
Castles
Decay.
can decay, so you got to keep feeding them blood.
Right, which
But
is
you
a
can just
neat
turn that
concept,
off.
by the way.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I'm going to be gone for 4 days, I don't want to have to deal with this. Just, you can turn it off. And so it's not a big deal because it's in their settings or whatever, and you're running solo in my case. So it's not a big deal. But I probably would be more prone to leave it on if other things also happened while you're offline. So it'd be cool if like all that wood I put into the wood chipper thing or the mill, if when I came back after 4 days, that wood was done.
You need a server for that.
Yeah. So that shit
Don't
ain't
spend
happening.
money on a server for single player. You don't need it.
No.
But that is processing time not adjustable too on your local server?
It is for how quickly things process, but it's not It's adjustable for just how, but not while you're offline. So if while I'm online and you want to speed that up, you can say, well, whatever the maximum is, do my wood that fast.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually.
Scott laughing at his own dirty.
Well, what made me laugh was John's face going like this as soon as I said it. He started nodding. I caught him out of my eye. But anyway, what was I going to say?
Oh, it'd be nice if it did it all.
You're talking about the speed with which you need your wood done.
Yeah, the speed at which my wood needs to be done. Here's the problem, though, that even the maximum speed on there is not that fast. It's okay.
No.
But it's and I didn't adjust it on mine. I kind of left most of my defaults except for the teleport makes you drop shit. I turned that off because that's stupid.
Later recipes are going to be worse, so you might want to consider speeding up the time if that's like a pressure point for you. But you can also build multiples.
Mm-hmm. I have 2 mills early. Well, I'm only level
and like
30.
the loop I would take. I guess you're playing on Steam Deck too, so offline also means like let me play for 30 minutes, power it down, and come back 30 minutes later, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you say 4 days, but my game loop when I was playing, but I play for long sessions, would be like go out and explore, bring the stuff back, pop it all in the resource processors, and then go out and do other shit while it's processing. Mm-hmm. But that assumes you're playing for like an hour's long session, right?
Right. Yeah. And
so
usually
if you log in.
Usually I am. I feel like there'll be times I get in and go, well, I got a quick 20 minutes. It always turns into like an hour and a half. So
no, but if you log in 20 minutes, set all your stuff up to go, and then log off and come back 4 days later, and nothing's done.
Yeah, it's all just sitting there.
Yeah.
Unless you have a server and it's on live all the time. So that's kind of annoying.
That is. Yeah, so I think probably you'd benefit. I think you can speed up how long things take to progress in the settings.
Yeah, there's a ton of settings. So if you're out there listening to this and you're like, oh, I meant to get that, but now that it's out, I forgot. Totally worth grabbing. And
there's so many settings you can just God mode and trivialize everything if you want.
You really could.
Like, they leave it up to you to be like, what kind of experience do you want in this game? And both a blessing and a curse, But
yeah, I like a game that gives me a lot of options though. I like to be able to tweak it up or down, how I'm feeling, whatever. Having a great time, though. And the boss fights are still hard.
And actually, one of the things, as much as they have options, unless you turn literal God mode on, but if you keep that stuff kind of defaulted, the weapons are not like infinitely scaling in a way like a traditional ARPG. Like you're constantly getting better versions of your legendary and stuff. There's like definitely you get a power cap. Mm-hmm. And that just means the bosses will remain challenging. Like, I had all the best gear, all the best shit, and Dracula, who's the final boss, was hard as shit. He was a tough fight. So that's the one sort of good thing is like no matter how much tweaking you do to make your life convenient, the actual content, like the boss fights, are still challenging.
Yeah, they're hard, but in a good way. I think this game's really good. So more of that, V-Rising. And I also played Caravan SandWitch. Okay, I don't want to confuse you into thinking there's a sandwich. Yeah, exactly.
Sandwich. I think you talked about this one before.
I think I did. This was on my radar, and I basically said, "Hey, I grabbed it on sale. I'll let you guys know what I think when I finally play it." So I did. I finally played it, and it is still on sale. It is currently 50% off at $12.49. It was a lot of good reviews, in the high 80s, 89 down on this one for recents. Or no, that's English reviews. Recents are around 89, 83. Anyway, good high reviews. This is a game without any combat in it. It's mostly about exploration, puzzle solving, quests for people you meet, lots of stuff like that. Some people have compared it to Death Stranding. Except in this case, instead of it being a backpack that you're kind of upgrading and, carrying shit around, it's this van that you drive. I don't know. I mean, I haven't played Death Stranding, but I don't know. Something tells me that's not exactly what this is, but it is a delightfully pretty, vibey game where you're on this planet and you're in this vast landscape with this caravan. And it's all this narrative-driven exploration stuff where you're just learning how to turn off shit and go turn off all these teleporter things. That guy right there, that weird-looking dude, he looks like the Journey guy, but with like Raiden's hat. He's this mysterious thing. I don't know what's going on yet, but everywhere I go, he's always like creeping around. And I go run up to him and he disappears. And So there's some overarching thing I got to learn about this. Lots of dialogue, lots of funny little moments, beautiful graphics, super, super amazing. I think the soundtrack is really cool. There's some real vibes with it. Let's see if this actually plays some of it.
It's on sale for 50% off.
I mean, that's an actual song, but you get the idea. It's got
really good.
Got really neat vibes to it. Anyway, super early, but having a ball, and I streamed it, and maybe stream some more. We'll see.
Very nice.
It's called Caravan SandWitch, but it's sand.
On sale for 50% off right now.
Yeah,
too,
cheap. John, what are you up to this week?
I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
No, what? I can't believe it.
I know, it's shocking. I keep saying like this week I'm gonna play something different. And to be fair, I did. I played a little Highguard, but like it's just there's just something about it. I'm like, I'll play something else. Let's find. Let's stare at the list of games, and I'm like, or I can check in with my friends.
Sorry.
Yeah, listen to that.
Forgot to mute it.
All my friends.
Yeah.
Right there. It's just a hell of a game. We talked about it a lot last week. Scott even made, I think, maybe one of my favorite jokes about how long we talked about it. And
I don't remember what I said.
You said when we got done with it, you said apparently a lot to say about Final Fantasy Rebirth. And then you said we didn't have that much to say about Terrapit, so if you wanted to hear about Terrapit, sorry. We talked about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Nothing wrong with that. Also 50% off right now, or no?
That's good.
Hold on. What's the sale? Yeah, 50% off, $34 this game.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
If you haven't played it, buy it. Go buy it. Go play it.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really long. So I did say that Remake has like a really strong pacing, and it really does. I think the pacing in Remake doesn't really bog down until probably like the last third, and even then it picks back up. This one does have a pacing problem. And it is a very specific pacing problem for people like me that are like, oh, you gave me a checklist to complete? I got to complete it all, I guess. And I thought going in this time, I was like, well, at least I won't feel compelled to complete it all. I don't need to, because I've seen it. I've been there. I don't need to do it again.
Yeah.
And sure as shit, I 100%ed the grasslands. And now here I am outside of Junon doing the same thing. So it
Although, are you doing
continues.
mini games again? Like, are you doing Cactuar Crush or whatever?
Oh yeah, how much?
I haven't gotten to the ones I don't like yet. So far it hasn't been that difficult to do. Because like, if you say, John, do you want to play some Queen's Blood? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to play some Queen's Blood.
Yeah, Queen's Blood's great.
But I'm not to the one where I have to send the stupid robot down a chute or whatever the fuck that thing was. But we're not
you know
to
which
the
one. Which one I hate is the damn the fighter one.
I think that's the one, right, where you make little robots that go fight bosses for you.
No, I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember what that one's called. That one kind of sucks too, because it's like I have to pick the right batteries, and
yeah,
it's like no, I'm talking about like the fighter one, which is narratively tied in, where you first get the gold saucer and you fight. Like
yeah, that one. Yeah, you can cheese that one by pausing though, which is what I'll do. I
don't mind the first couple of fights, but I had to 100% it. That Sephiroth fight. I mean,
yeah.
Jesus, like that's an ordeal. I don't want to do it ever again. Let's fight Sephiroth in that fighting game.
Yeah. My big takeaway was in Remake, they felt a lot more forgiving with those, and then it was like, oh, let's make them way harder in this one. It's like they didn't need to get that hard. They're supposed to be side quests, for cripe's sake. Like keep it simple. I don't want to settle in. Yeah, chat said it. I don't want to settle in and become a Gambits and Gears master. Thank you. Just make it easy. But it is stuff that is all skippable. You don't have to do it. There's something broken in my brain. They put up the little circle and fucking Chadley's over there hey, Cloud, I noticed that you're not getting any more data for me. It's like, dude, I've gotten everything but like one fight. I just turned it in. What are you doing? Like, I'm at like 80% of his stupid data that he wants. And he's like, I notice world data has stalled as of late. I'm like, I'm doing it, Chadley. What are you doing, man?
Chadley.
Oh yeah, he harasses you if you don't get him data. That's true.
I was working on it diligently.
Yeah.
He's still complaining about it.
Honestly,
So
Charlie's the worst. Like he just there's one thing that I hate about this game. It's Chadley.
Chadley.
yeah, and now there are two of them, to quote Star Wars, because he's built a sister or something.
Yeah.
And even he's annoyed by the sister, although I don't think she's as bad as him.
Oh, that's
But
funny.
even Chadley, like, she chimes in and she's like, oh, Cloud, you're doing so good. And he's like, will you shut up? You're really annoying. It's like, look in the mirror, Chadley.
Yeah.
You're worse.
Pot, kettle, black.
Anyway, that's it. I don't have anything to say
All
about
right.
Rebirth.
Oh,
That's
I
all
want to
have
say one thing to you. Did you know that climbing game that you thought was going to be trash? Or I guess
I
you
didn't
just
think it was
No,
going
I-
to be
was me.
trash.
I
That
take it
was
back.
me.
I take it
That was
back.
me.
Beau said it would be trash. You said it's just something you didn't interest you.
Right.
I mispainted that.
Right. I just don't.
That
it's
review. That
not
game is
a
reviewing
game
like
for me.
really well. 91% on PC Gamer. IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. Now I found myself curious about this dumb thing, and I didn't think I was going to care.
Same.
Well, you do it. You guys climb that mountain.
I talked about how climbing the surface of mountains is so boring. 'Cause it's like, what if you didn't look out in the horizon? Like, it's the opposite of the world. It's like the literal opposite of like open world exploration. It's like, here's a wall.
It says something's very prickly, warmly approachable. I keep hearing in the chat, it's like this combination of chill to hard to chill. That's hard to describe. I don't know, man. I kind of want to.
It does look like it's not just a climbing simulator. Like it looks like it has a narrative. More footage I've seen shows like walkways and like ancient ruins and shit. And maybe there's something interesting going on.
Yeah,
here, you know?
might be more here.
I
Than,
saw the Expedition 33 people were helping promote that.
oh, were they?
Yeah, they called it a Expedition 69 game. I think is
wait.
what they said about it. What was the tweet?
Why?
They
Well-
said, okay, Sandfall Interactive said Expedition 69's favorite game is out. Congratulations to our, is it Montpellier or is it just Montpellier?
Montpellier
friends
could be Pellier.
at the Game Bakers. Anyway, Expedition 69, for those that don't understand the joke, was the expedition that went out and put anywhere you can grapple and climb up something, they attached all those grapples. So it was an established expedition that didn't go out to defeat the Paintress. They went out to make it so that surfaces were scalable.
Wow, they really went all in on that comparison.
Yeah, there's lore for all the expeditions that went before you.
Yeah.
And so 69 is the climbing one.
Tezzeret Dynamite in the chat calls it open wall exploration. I like that.
Wall expert, yeah.
It's pretty good. We'll see if it's any good.
Well, I don't know. Like, again, it's not my wheelhouse, but if a game is really good, it doesn't have to be in my wheelhouse necessarily, but there's just so much to play. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but we'll see if we get around to it. Hey, Beau,
But
tell me about
nice
Pirate
surprise.
Yakuza. What'd you get up to there?
All right, so the games I played this week, I'm finally having finished Kiwami 2, Yakuza Kiwami 2, and having to wait for Yakuza Kiwami 3 because the end of Kiwami 2 just made me want to keep playing. I was like, I need more story. You know, I got really hooked, but I don't have it. So I do have Pirate Yakuza, and I decided to get back into it, and now I'm just fully into it, playing it, you know. I'm in the swing of things. Ask me anything.
All right.
I've talked a lot about Yakuza
how are
games.
you? How are you liking it?
Yeah,
there?
what do you think?
You like-
I am liking it. It was a little weird at first because it's so crazy, but then I realized Ichiban is the one that like pretends the world's an RPG. Kiryu's the stoic, whatever, and so Majima's just a psycho. So I find as I play the game, it does reflect like that personality, including like all the costumes. You can dress up as all of his iconic costumes, which you know is like as a disco star and a woman and a weird kabuki guy. Like it's everything that you dress up in Yakuza 1. Like he dresses up in Yakuza 1 to surprise you. Majima everywhere. Anyways, it's a lot of fan service to a character that's been there. You can even do his classic Yakuza 0 look. And I guess because he has amnesia, he's a little more reasonable. But anyways, it's just fun. It's mostly just fun.
A little more reasonable. He is also agreeing to kidnap like 10-year-old boy, but
Jeez.
well, he's agreeing with the kid. I can't remember. It's right at the beginning. Remember, Noah's like, "Hey, I want you to take me off this island." He's like, "Your dad specifically said not to do that." And he's like, "Yep." He's like, "Great, welcome aboard."
Oh, right. Yeah. But I mean, it all works out in the end. He's, Majima doesn't have creepy instincts about it. He just thinks he's a friend of the kid. So
Lucky or not, the chat says Majima is Deadpool. Would you agree, or is like Deadpool?
No.
Okay.
Deadpool's sarcastic and jaded. Majima's not sarcastic and shaded. He's crazy.
It's just crazy. Straight crazy.
He's more just like, he solves a lot of problems just by stabbing things, and that's his first instinct is like, to solve a problem, let's just like fight,
Yeah.
He doesn't have time for feelings and comments, but he's not really a sarcastic joke maker. He doesn't look at things ironically. Like last night I was doing a quest where there's this guy who's really sad and nervous, this otaku who's really into this idol group. I don't know if you remember this quest, John.
Oh yeah, right in the
and
bus.
like, you're like, this guy's gonna die, I better help him. And like, so Majima will look at people and be like, oh, have like some morality and care about them. And the guy's like, I'm about to meet like my favorite idol from my favorite, like, Japanese like pop band, but I'm too nervous now, and the bus is like down the road, and you just like talk him into being on the bus, and he's just too nervous. So he's like, guess what? I'll go with you, and just help give you confidence. So you end up on a bus with all these people that are like simping so hard for this idol who is clearly like, can't wait to get away from them.
In it for a paycheck and doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, and like Majima is so nice about it. He's not like, if it was Ryan Reynolds, he'd be like, okay, lady, like, some sarcastic comment here about, it's like if Hugh Jackman was on this bus, it'd be so much better or something like that. You know what I mean? Like he's all, and that's just not Majima. Majima actually was like, these otaku fans, they're a little weird how much they love this girl who doesn't give a shit about them, but they're kind of nice. And you end up recruiting them for your pirate ship. So that's
it all works out in the end because you make pirates out of all of them.
So so it's like, Yakuza has this wholesome side to it. And even though he's a psycho that loves to stab people, he's nice. He's a good person.
Nice.
My favorite recurring joke in that game is every time people look at the tiger and they're like, why do you have a tiger? He's like, it's a cat. Like, just the amount of times that people get corrected about the tiger to say, nope, it's just a cat. They're like, I'm pretty sure it's a tiger. He's like, I'm pretty sure it's a cat.
And also everything's his name because he forgot his name, but it was like on the tip of his tongue. So the cat's name is Goro, which is his name.
Yeah,
and the pirates are called the Goro Pirates, and the ship is called the Goromar. Like everything is called his name.
but he doesn't know his name.
He doesn't remember his own name. It's really that's really funny.
Wow.
No, he's in every game, and he's like, honestly, he's kind of gay for Kiryu. Like that's his whole thing. It's just like they're obviously not that, but it's just like whenever you play as Kiryu in these games, I'm realizing like Majima's always nearby, being like, I want to fight you, but it's like not in a hateful way. It's not like you're an enemy or a rival. It's because he really likes and admires Kiryu, but the only way he can kind of, I guess, express it is through fighting. I mean, the games are kind of dumb. Like overthinking the reasons are kind of silly, but they share a bond, I guess. So,
well,
it's nice that he gets his own story, and managing the pirate crew is fun. So I got to the point now where I can throw them parties. I can cook food for them, throw them parties, raise morale, and the boarding fights are actually sick. Like, it's not the most perfect pirate game, but it's way better than fucking Skull and Bones. And like, you shoot the boats and then you board the boats, and there's these big boat fights, and it's fun. It's good. It's good time.
You just reminded me that there's rumors they canceled the Assassin's Creed 4 remake they were working on. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's lame.
That's the best pirate shit I'd ever played, and now that may not happen. All right. What else you get up to?
What else? I'm on my Steam Deck. I'm not going to list every Steam Deck game I booted up for 5 minutes to test out. I downloaded a bunch of shit. But one game I was surprised by is I've been desiring like a casual indie game, but something new. Like Plants vs. Zombies or Peggle or Slay the Spire is just, I've played so much of it, I can't find the fun in it. I've just been looking for something. And a game that I found was apparently they made it, and the Puzzle Quest has been a franchise that's been around for a while, but they made like a freemium version that didn't review well.
No, it did not. People were mad.
But they did re-release basically a new Puzzle Quest called Puzzle Quest Immortal, which is just a standalone, here's a campaign game. It feels like how I remember it, and it's nothing to write home about graphically, but it's a match 3 puzzle game, and then you get your mana and you cast your spells, and
it's fun.
I was kind of digging it.
Yeah, I have this as well. I've never talked about it on the show, but it harkens back pretty good to that old DS experience or PSP.
This was like a worthwhile purchase, like just for like I want to sit down, or it's before bed and I want to get a few rounds, and I was like actually like low key just liking Puzzle Quest. And there's a ton of classes, which is also it makes me want to be like, I want to try playing an assassin and a mage. It's a match 3 game though. Man, it's Puzzle Quest franchise, has been around for a while. So far, nothing to blow your socks off, but it's just cool. So
it turns out that formula is real good.
You don't have to think too hard about the game, which is kind of fun.
Sure.
I did a run in a game called Cobalt Core, which I've had for a while but didn't boot up. This is a, Slay the Spire single player style game, right?
Oh, I have this. This game's great.
You play as cutie pies, the cutie pie animals, in a spaceship. And the cards you play are moves your spaceship does, FTL style, and you fight the other ships. And I wasn't sort of sure about that. We're always trying to put these genres in different contexts, and maybe they work out okay, but they just don't hit for me often, but I think they did a good job with it. I played the run I succeeded my first run. It wasn't too hard, but there's narrative reasons why you do other runs with different crews. So you have 3 crew members, and a third of your deck informs your starting deck, and then you get cards for that crew member as you go along, and you can make builds that go crazy. And
it's really good.
It was a good time. Yeah, I liked it.
It's very fun. It's reviewed ridiculously high. I may not like it that much, but I like it a lot. I think my biggest beef is I get anxiety when I see a counter and know that there's a thing aiming at me and I don't have a move left. I hate being aimed at and not being able to counter it. Drives me crazy.
Shields kind of counter it, right? Like that. Depending.
That's true, I
guess. Yeah, like it's like the shields are there for you to. You don't take damage.
No, it's a weird it's just a hang up I have. I don't know why I feel that way about it, but this isn't the only game that does it. There's a few games like this that have the whole get out of the
right. It's your turn. Make the right decision, or look like a foolish person, even though nobody's watching. You still feel foolish and stressed. Yeah. It's a test.
It's really, really cool though. Pretty fun game.
Yeah, and it's like 30 megs or something like this. Sometimes these games, you look at the size and you're like, God damn, this game is tiny. This is like a 30 megabyte game. I don't know why that matters. I just always impressed in this day and age by a small game.
Nice.
So Cobalt Core was the name of that one. Also played some Jump Space again. Probably our last outing in Jump Space, but we had a really good session and really hard mission that we did pretty well on. So we're getting better at it. I still think this game is just amazing. It's just so fun.
Why last session? Are the rest of them?
Well, we're going to be playing a new game next week.
Oh,
I see. We're moving on to Enshrouded, which I want to mention to you too as well, because we're not going to spool up a live server because Pepperoni Pete complained that me and Mike will go in and play extra hours and build shit and know tons of stuff about the game, and everyone else feels like they're behind. So I said, fine, we'll just do a local save file. And if you Yeah.
Always complaining that
there's always somebody that's got a need that needs to be met. It's like, just can't log in and play a game and shut up about it. But it's okay. I love them. It's great.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to play Enshrouded, but we're not going to do a live server for that game so that everyone is on pace. And one of the things I think I saw in the store was that it's not the maximum size for the players is like 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you theoretically were interested in joining us for Sunday,
I am actually. I have the game, and I've played it early, and I went, "Ooh, this will be great later because they're going to work on it." And I know they've done a ton of work on it, so maybe now would be the time to get in there.
It says up to 16 players, but I saw a cap of 10. But whatever, it's like you can just kind of do what you want. Like when we play these games, someone's like, "I just want to build." It's like, okay, go build. Like we kind of just chat and hang out, and we decide as a group, do we want to do something together? And You're also not obligated to show up every week. It's not like an RPG where it's like, we can't progress the story. There will be some of that when we're like, we want to go fight a boss. But like, if not everyone shows up, it's just like, I'm going to work on my farm animals or I'm going to build a thing. I think Enshrouded will probably have that level of stuff to do. So,
People love this game. This is one of those you got to watch,
And the reason this worked as a thing is they did announce that 1.0 is coming out in the fall. And I said, by the time we get, because these guys like get tired at like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So we start at 7:30 and by 9 o'clock the starts happening on a freaking old man play session. So we don't play for long sessions either, which is nice and in a way. We have a good time. So
yeah, this is cool. I need to get
invitations open if you want.
Is it Sundays you're playing?
Oh, and the point I was sorry, I just got into talking shit about my friends instead of just saying the thing, which was because we do short sessions, we probably won't get to content until the fall, anyways.
Oh,
you know
I see what you mean. You're not.
So it's like we can start early access now, and because they put a time on it, it's like, and Enshrouded has proven to be consistent developers that release things with a nice frequency.
Yeah, they seem to give a shit.
That there's a high confidence they'll meet that date that they set. So, yeah.
Nice.
It's got a fun Path of Exile tree. It's fully resettable. You can glide like in Zelda. Like, there's a lot of things about this game. It's just like, man, I'm excited. I can't wait.
Well, there you go. Enshrouded is...
we'll be playing Enshrouded next week, and I'll talk more about it.
Real quick, before you get to the next one, just a breaking news. I ran a poll on how many people in our chat were going to play Midnight. And based on a very small selection, we have an overwhelming 75% of people say no. They will not be playing.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's not a huge sample, but it tracks.
That tracks, but we got a large listener base with a wide variety of tastes. Like, we have a whole ass guild with like multiple raid teams, so it's like there's a lot of people in the guild who are playing, but there's still a lot of people who don't. Judging by conversations in the core guild and what I see out there, and that's why I know people get disappointed sometimes if we don't play a game you like. It's just there are a lot of you with that, like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, if I played every game everyone wanted me to play, I need full time just play. Like, it's like 6 or 7 games at the same time usually. So it's just challenging that way. But yeah, that's I think the core, more people should maybe get into WoW if they are looking for a good multiplayer experience people play with.
Yeah, and our guild's kicking it. So if you like the core people, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. So what's next? Oh, I played Heroes.
Oh, Heroes of the Storm.
I played some more Heroes of the Storm because it's fun, and I'm thinking I might switch off of that and try some Deadlock. One thing Midguard. I said that
Deadlock. Yeah, Midguard.
One thing Highguard reminded me of was that Deadlock was a thing, because that. So I just want to talk about one more thing about Highguard. It's just in case people are wondering, because I know people are trying to defend it. We're trying not to do another Concord. We're trying to be like, there's a lot of negativity online about it, and we don't want to. Some of us don't want to contribute to it.
Yeah, dogpiling is not.
I think it does deserve like pretty harsh critique, to be honest with you. And I just based that on for my reaction. Like, Deadlock, I expected to play for 30 minutes and be out, and I played that thing for like weeks. Same with Battlefield 6. Arc Raiders didn't hook me, but I understand why people like that game. But there's definitely been shooters that I've been like, oh, I don't like this. And then it's like, I don't think I'll like this. And then I play a ton of. So Highguard reminded me that Deadlock was a thing. And apparently they just dropped an update that included like 6 more heroes. And they already have a ton of heroes. There's this big update in the game. So it's like, now's a good time to go back in and check out and play that game, because there's like a ton of stuff I've missed.
This is the weirdest thing. I don't know if you've noticed this, but in the page, the store page for Deadlock, which is a Valve original, all right, one of the few games being developed by Valve, it's like there's nothing here. The description is Deadlock is a multiplayer game in early development. That's the description. There's no other info here. They didn't go crazy with any of the other stuff that most devs clutter their feed up with. None of that stuff's here.
Isn't it still invitation only, or can everybody?
I think everyone.
Can it be everyone? I don't know.
Is it?
I think you have to add. It says it's in my library, but I think you have to.
I mean, I already got in, so I don't know. It says planned release date to be announced. Add to your wish list, but I already have it. Maybe someone without Deadlock having installed it.
Maybe.
I thought they opened it.
It just seems so weird and barren.
Oh no. Okay, it says here limited access. Access to Deadlock is currently limited to friend invites, VR playtesters.
Okay.
But I think you just click a button and like you'll probably get in.
But the fact that this
it is very easy to invite people.
Oh,
Yeah.
access is currently limited to friend invite VR playtesters.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But here's my point: is they've got 5 screenshots, no video. This is a landing page you can go to and wish list. It's weird to me.
The way I see people talk about it, it's like everyone has access. Like I go places and they're like Deadlock's better, Deadlock, but tons of people talk like, and the queues are, when I was playing, the queues are full.
Yeah.
Like it might as well be in early access or something like that. There's a lot of people who got in, I'm pretty sure. And the game is super fun. Like it's good. I'm actually looking forward to playing again because I really enjoyed the time I played with it. And I just, you move on because we play lots of games. Part of the shows is that, but I had a really great time with Deadlock. So,
all right. Still a thing. Still a threat.
There's lots of new heroes to be like, I think the vibe of the game, like if you look at Highguard, it's like they look like Diet Overwatch or Diet Apex Legends. And one guy, by the way, looks like Farquaad from Shrek, and I hate it. This is a quick aside. But like the characters of Deadlock are pretty neat. They've got this film noir, like witchcrafty, like old. You know what I mean? Like there's this vibe to it that it's like hybridizing the occult with detective stuff, and it's like it's pretty cool. Like it's a pretty unique slice of aesthetic that they've kind of carved out here too. So that helps us.
All right. Well, Deadlock. Maybe that'll come out one day. That would be cool.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be
it
a
says
game.
Still early development. Wow, that game felt like it was gonna. Like when I played it, I'm like, oh, this will release in a year.
Well, this is
Still says early development.
This is some Valve bullshit right here. It's because they know that they just sell it and it's gold, except for that card game they made.
I don't think you can buy anything in this game too right now. It's not like they give you early access, but it's you buy this box. I don't think anything's purchasable.
Which means it's probably a ways off because I got to think this is a free-to-play game, right?
Oh yeah.
So they got a store to
their
build.
new Dota, but like it's just crazy that it's not even monetized yet. I don't think either.
New Dota.
How many people actually? I want to quickly check Steam.
Check the DB while I read this email. I got an email from somebody, and when we have emails, we play this.
That's a good question.
And when we play that, we read the email. Christopher says, you should check out Death Road to Canada. It is Oregon Trail with active combat with zombies, and Beau is sort of in it because a lot of people say A when you get close to Canada. Plays great on Steam Deck and has a ton of great gaming and pop culture references. Only $4 on sale right now until the 7th. But even if for the $15 price tag, I've got over 30 hours in this game. All right, so Christopher probably doesn't remember this, but I talked about this game probably 3 years ago on here. And it is great. So this is a great excuse to remind people that if you like killing zombies and you kind of like the Oregon Trail stuff of like, I don't have enough stuff. Our next stop, we need to scavenge these things and then be in a car for a long time and have these random encounters and all that. That game is full of that stuff. It's very, very good. So Christopher and I agree. Death Road to Canada is fantastic. And there are a lot of Canadian references in there as well. So Beau, represent.
Cool.
Did you find out how many people are playing?
Yep, 100,000
right now.
Yep. Well, 95,483.
Holy shit, though!
An early in develop. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, this game's not out. Like, this is a released game.
Isn't that what Highguard was doing at its launch?
Probably.
Wasn't it 100,000 on Steam? Granted, it's on other platforms.
That's
but
probably. I probably saw something to that effect on launch.
What's it at now?
I'll check. Hang on, Highguard.
I do like
Highguard is at 8,000 players.
Oh no, that's a drop.
Well, let's say 9,000, but yeah, no, people logged in. Went, what is going on here?
Yeah, it looks like peak is about 100,000. It is at a bit of a drop.
Yeah, Deadlock's in the top 10. Game's not even out.
Yeah, No, Deadlock's a force, and it's just so funny because it's like, here's some shit we're making. I mean, I think there was some hype leading to the rumors around it, but this was never. I guess it was always an invite only thing. It's just in my mind, because how we see these things play out. You know, they gradually open up access, move into a beta, move into launch, and I mean, Highguard Deadlock's been around for a while now, and it's still early in Deadlock's lifespan. Like, that's crazy. You know,
I feel a little bad about how far. I make sure it's not here so I don't say it wrong. Yeah, it looks how far Battlefield has dropped. It really had a moment of like, this is them coming back. This is Battlefield like it's never been, and then poof, just off the list.
I mean, it's a really competitive space, right? Like,
yeah,
it's. You know, again, like these like deathmatch, like competitive games, like when they were more standalone, it's like we have to get a bunch of people in a LAN to play, right? What you're asking for is kind of like, I don't want to say basic because a lot of complexity goes into making them, but like as a game, they're very simple, right? That's why we have so many of them. People are going to push off to the next novelty thing in a lot of cases, unless there's, you know, some stuff for kind of institutions like Blizzard player, like Overwatch 2 probably still does great population numbers, but it's just the Blizzard player is a Blizzard player, you know? Just like all that crap they're talking about Marathon, but there's tons of people that just love Bungie as a company, gonna buy their shit.
Yeah.
Most people just like are making their homes in some of these places, and these other games are just not gonna be people's homes. And I just don't think Battlefield's cool and all, but am I gonna play this 5 days a week for 3 or 4 years? Like, like, you know what I mean? I had my fun in the military shooter. It's over. And like, so when the articles are like, there's an expectation that people will just stay around. I'm like, for what?
Yeah. It's 42 people in there right now. 42,000. 42,000. Still a lot of people, but.
I mean, there'll still be a lot of people. I just.
More than Helldivers. Helldivers is down to 34. So they lost a little ground. It's a great
game, but I think everyone's taking the MMO lens because MMOs are like, it's like a lifestyle game, right? Like it's just new patches, new content. I have this avatar in this world and my social relationships. These games are you get bored of them, man. Like I go back to what the Grim Dawn guy said. It's like, nobody's going to play a game forever. It's crazy. It's just it's a crazy expectation to think.
Yeah, it's
a crazy metric of success to be like, why isn't this 4-year-old game still doing numbers? And it's just because we have stuff like Fortnite, and so everyone the comparison is like, well, if you're not that, then you're failing. And it's like, no, just some games just are an institution.
Yeah. Counter-Strike currently at 924,000 right now. Gosh dang, dude. I think Counter-Strike might do okay, guys. I think that might be a popular franchise.
Like, how many of these guys are gamblers? The Counter-Strike 2 is like half a shooter game and half a casino. Just got to keep that in mind.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Arc Raider's still enjoying a nice hefty 256,000 right now. So good job, guys.
I think
with your weird guns. Okay, let's move on. Oh, we got another poll result. Are you interested in new MMO games? 50% people say yes, not really, says 38%, and 13% say actively dislike MMOs. Although that is just one dude in our numbers, so not a great selection. All right, hey, that's going to do it for that. Let's get to this new mashup. Guess what? Jamie made a brand new one. A brand new one. This isn't an old, well, it's old stuff, but it's a brand new mashup, and it's going to be great. It's called Mama Graham. Who said Mama Graham?
I think that sounds like a Scott. That sounds like a Scott stumbling over a word and ending up with Mammogram.
Like your mom and Instagram.
Maybe.
Sounds like a mess up of mammogram. Somebody said mammogram.
Could have been. I think John's got sound logic there. We're going to find out now when I play it. Here we go.
Listen to this mashup and many more after the show by visiting patreon.com/mashupguild.
Always keep your beaver clean.
Yeah, right? No, I mean, you have to keep happy beavers. Happy beavers make light work.
That's the old phrase.
Yeah.
Happy beavers make light work.
Happy beavers make light work, yeah.
All right.
Hi, everybody. My name is George Lazenby. Just a regular George Lazenby. Happy to see you all.
It's like ocha, let's say, is like tea. And then you say ocha desu. That means it's tea, but it's tea-its.
It's, yeah.
It's the tits.
Wait, what am I saying?
Tea.
But it's tea-its.
Tits.
It's ordered
Tea.
differently.
It's the tits.
Yeah, it's the tits.
Are you about to tell me about your weird perverted shit? Because I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
But what if it in English is directly translates to like dirt nipple or something dumb that nobody wants to say?
It's just these rules are weird. It's just ask was just funny. It just seems like redundant.
Let me
like, I
ask
guess
you
if
a
you don't
question.
really like the word ask, there's no one with a gun to your head saying you have to use the word at all. So why did I make a big deal?
Yeah,
out of
you
it?
never
Like, I could
say
just
you never
not
say
use it.
I need to fart air out of my butt. No, the fart is the air in your butt, right?
You used a bad example because I got so distracted by what you said that I lost the point.
Inzoi in Japanese means inzoi in English. It's the same word.
Also, it's dirt nipple. Let me ask you a question. Oh, that's redundant. Let me fart the air out of my butt. That's redundant. The air is the fart.
Nobody says that.
Well, nobody said it. Okay, I get it. Yes.
You're the
'Cause-
first person to
'cause
ever
fart,
say that.
Fart is air. So you
Fart
don't
is
have
the
to
air.
say Fart air.
Yeah, I'm not going to fart air. I'm not going to,
Hold your nose. I'm about
Fart
to
is
fart
not
some
the
air.
same as air.
Enzoi Man was my wrestling name. On this side, I played bass for Dirt Nipple. It was amazing. You guys are amazing. I'd play keyboard for Dirt Nipple.
I mean,
Anyway,
if you were a band named Dirt Nipple, everyone would have to have special stage names like, Areola Boy. Just be in a band. with
breast
that
related.
name.
Sure.
Well, hang on.
Well, what is it?
I guess it's
the air in your
gas.
butt. The air in your butt is a fart,
The
right?
air in your butt is air in your
Gas.
butt. It's not a fart.
Okay,
Gas.
I'm going to
You're
fart
the
butt
gas.
air.
It's not air.
If I said I'm going to fart butt air,
No. So
best character in Dragon Ball Z, that weird looking green dinosaur turtle looking guy.
That's
No?
Piccolo. I don't like Piccolo.
You don't like
He's
Piccolo?
okay. He's okay. He's just not my favorite.
not all gas is air.
That's true.
what I'm trying to say.
All gas. Wait, not all gas is air, but all air is. Wait,
all air is gaseous form.
That's true.
A gaseous nitrogen. Gaseous
that's right.
oxygen.
That's right. I know Roku, Piccolo.
Roku?
I think, or not Roku.
Do you like Roku because he brings you whatever digital entertainment you feel like watching?
That's right. All the apps run really well on Roku. What's his name? Grogu. No, that's Yoda Jr. What is it?
Goku?
Goku. Shit.
I'm really glad that this conversation was launched by Scott talking about how many stupid people were in the world.
Dude.
Not us. He's like, not you guys.
Not us. Don't worry about us. You guys are fine. There's just a lot of dum-dums out there. Let me talk about my butt air for a little bit.
Lactator. The lactator.
The lactator. Yeah, the lactator. Areola Boy.
Lactator.
Yeah.
Lactator on drums, I
Yep,
guess.
yep.
Yeah, lactator on drums. Areola Boy on bass.
Yep. Pasty on the keyboard and
Captain Pasties.
Captain
on-
Pasties. That's pretty
Captain
good.
Pasties, lead vocalist, rhythm guitarist, and lead guitarist would be Pepperoni.
Mammogram. I don't know what you'd call it. There it is.
Mammogram.
We did it. Mammogram. You guys are right.
Mammogram.
I didn't know how we were going to get there.
I didn't either. That was all over the place. But butt air, I still stand by it. You don't.
Butt air.
A fart,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to relitigate the whole thing, but
It's a fart. A fart is butt air.
I'm just, I just feel like it's poo air, not just air.
Right. But when you
Is it
say
any air, or is it the poo? Is it like the actual particulate? Like,
this is a good question, because if you
Equal.
say I have to fart, that implies you have to take an action, and the action is the farting. If someone farted, that also supports that. But if you say
but you also say I smell a fart.
I smell a
I
fart.
smell an oxygen that was pushed via fart.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, it's a weird. That word's a little. We
That's why I'm like, I smell a fart. So it must mean there's poo particles in the air
Yeah.
mixed with the air.
yeah
And so the fart pushes that out.
yeah. I think.
So it's not like air comes out with the fart, but you're not farting air.
Yes, we are not going to relitigate it. Oh, you know what? Actually, Dr. Tolbert says air is a generic collective term. That's true. But Dr. Tolbert, if a patient came into your office and said, I have a really bad fart problem, is that the way to say it? Or do they say, I have a problem with the air that escapes from my butt?
I think if you have a
Nobody
fart
would
problem.
say that. Nobody in their right
Well,
mind.
listen,
We
I had a
invented
hemorrhoid.
a fast way to say this without having to describe it.
Yeah,
Scott,
you're right.
they say gas, they say fart.
Yeah.
We came up with a shorthand so you don't have to go through all this explanation. You know how there's like air out in the world? I feel like I have that, but in my butt.
But in my
and
butt.
sometimes when it comes out, it's stinky. And so I just think I have a problem with the air butt.
Yeah, I wish I had a
The
word.
butt
A
air,
short,
sorry.
a short single syllable word for this would be great
I mean,
that we
haven't
could
you
use.
said like before, Scott? Like, I'd rather fart blood. Like,
Yeah, I have
swear
said
you've
that.
said
I have.
that before.
I have.
So that's not air. You're not like I'd rather fart air.
No, you're right.
You're like,
So
I'd
I've
rather
actually that actually
Yeah.
contradicts my stance because I do say that a lot. Someone will say, "Hey, you want to go DMV?" and I'll go, "I'd rather fart blood than go to the
Yeah,
DMV."
Or, I mean, my favorite was just like shoved a giant pile of salt up my ass one time you said it. There'll be dungeons. But I don't know why you said that, but I'd rather do that. It's just in my memory. And it was so funny. We laughed so hard.
Oh, that was a good
Sometimes
moment.
Scott, when he's in the heat of the moment, says some
Or no, it was
interesting
bleach.
things.
I'd rather
If he's-
squirt hot bleach up my ass. That's what it was.
Is that what it was? Hot bleach.
When he's being
Jeez.
attacked by werewolves, he yells shit on me. You never know what Scott's going to say.
Who knows what
Maybe
I'll
it
say in
wasn't
this?
hot bleach and just bleach. But
This new Resident Evil may make me say a whole new string of obscenities. I don't know.
I just think you can fart air, but you can fart fecal matter and you can fart blood.
these are three things.
As a
you can
hemorrhoid
fart.
survivor, I can confirm farting blood is a thing.
How is your hemi? You doing all right?
Yeah, it's good. It's
All right.
like pretty smooth. I think it's going away. It's
All
gone. I'm back to normal, but I'm forever scarred. Whenever I'm sitting too long, I'm like,
I gotta get up. Yeah.
do I need to get up?
Yeah, right.
And then I go place my Steam Deck. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get off my butt. and
You
go
get a
play
little zing down there. We're getting a thumbs up from Dr. Tolbert, so we're good. We got it.
Yeah, right.
Hey, quick note to everybody. If you like this show, and how could you not for how long we've been here? 3 hours, 37 minutes. You must love this because you're here and you were listening or you're at home listening or whatever. And so if you do, why not support us for that? You can do that in a couple of different ways. Go to patreon.com/core show or core.show. Either one's great. And if you want to learn all about them, go to frogpants.com/core and it'll tell you all the reasons why to do whatever it is you got to do. It'll tell you the benefits and the ins and outs. Like that host special, there's no other way to get it than by joining those two things. All right? Whoops, I typed YouTube. I meant to type Frog Pants. Go do that. I don't know why I did that.
Hey, I got a question though. I know you're trying to wrap up, but what's the? We call patrons because they're on Patreon. What do we call the substackers? Like, is it substackers or are they stackers?
I don't know.
Subbers?
Stackers. I don't know.
Subbies?
Does anyone have a? I don't know if anyone's got a name. We can call them stackers.
How what about stalactites?
Core stacks, kind of like that.
Stackalactites?
They're all core hounds. We already had it. It's core hounds. I think do
Core
that.
hounds.
While you're over there, check out that new swag. Also, there's a little chart that tells you the advantages of both platforms. And so if you're confused about what the hell that means, you can go read about it, find out, and see what's best for you. But all I know is we really, 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 really appreciate your help and your support here on the show. Now, before we leave, you want to contact us? Find all that on the site as well. 10 Hams is up there. Show at core.show is on there. I still can't seem to do it. What is wrong with me?
Preface his announcement. I know this is a dumb email. And then he proceeded to never get it right.
It says in the video that you're showing show at core.show.
Yeah.
That's the right email.
That is correct. Show at core.show. Voicemails at 10hams.com. We got too many URLs. Really what people should do is just Google Core. It'll take you straight to the page.
11 hams works too, right?
Does it? I don't know. 11 hams did. I thought we only had 2 different spellings of 10 hams.
We got an additional ham in the mail.
Oh,
and,
shit.
well, does it work?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
More
Okay.
importantly, go join our Discord. That's a really fun place to be. Be in our Discord. See this little invite there? Frog Fan Central.
Come, be in our Discord.
Come be in our
It's
Discord.
acceptable.
Yeah.
It's been a little less fun. I can't wait till we move on from the Japanese censorship conversation, but it's usually fun.
Oh, it's almost always fun, but there are
That
moments
one
of
got litigated pretty hard.
Yeah.
So we got to chill out.
Yeah, but you guys we'll get through like we always do. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we moved on.
Yeah.
We posted the entire film of Silent Rage in there, apparently. So
Yeah,
legally, it's just a link to YouTube, but it's in there.
it's in there.
Sony Pictures Entertainment India. They must. That's legit. They must know what they're doing.
22 minutes. You'll get your first set of breasts on there. So get in there.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank you, John, for letting us know. We didn't know. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Here's what we know for sure. Ken Burns once said, "May John one day use the music I use in my documentary and sum up what the games they played using a Dear Martha motif." And he's going to do that now. So, John, what games did we play this week?
My dearest Martha, I write to you at the end of a show. Wasn't as long as last week, but, they meander a bit.
Yeah.
And it's understandable if you can no longer remember what video games were discussed in this video game show.
Yeah.
Highguard. We finally know what it is. And the truth is a little disappointing. V Rising. That's the vampire game that Scott played.
Yeah.
He also played Caravan SandWitch, which sounds like a snack on the road. But it's not spelled that way, Martha. It's spelled like caravan, sand, and witch.
Yeah.
Separate words, together for a good vibe. John's still playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Maybe he hasn't figured out that other games exist, but it's still here. Beau is playing Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. A game title that's long, so long he never types the full thing and forces me to remember it each and every week because he just writes Pirate Yakuza. He also played Puzzle Quest Immortal, Cobalt Core,
Yeah.
Jump Space,
Yeah.
Enshrouded, and Heroes of the Storm.
Wow. Thank you, Martha. Or no, sorry, Martha's husband. It's like it's a Zelda and Link problem,
Yeah, isn't this Tipsy Topsy 4278? That's
Yeah, he's the only one paying attention to the show.
Lieutenant Tipsy Topsy.
There you go.
24/7.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. That's it for the show. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for watching live. Those that were here. For everybody else who listens to the show on the weekly, we're gonna miss you, but we'll see you next week. We'll be back. We got more to talk about, and we can't wait to do it. So for me, for John, and for Beau, we'll see you next time.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Hello, China.